Okay, welcome everybody to Friendly Fire Part 2, the second session. We're a little behind schedule, but I think everything's going to work out and we should be good to go. This is Friendly Fire Part 1, Session 2. Excuse me, thank you for the correction in the chat there. So I'm going to start off, we'll go ahead and do the resource roles, and then we'll have everybody introduce themselves.
Oh, by the way, Eric, you need to set the name tag so that we can actually see them.
I did. I don't think anybody has a name, actually.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
We
because
have to
they
go
were
in.
just naked tokens. So if everybody can go in and add your name to your token also, that would be great. So it looks like we rolled 74 on obligation, which will trigger because we are over 100. And then we sailed over duty also at 74.
Oh, hey, Eric. Actually,
Mhm.
there are two spots that you have to check off. It has to be name tag checked, and then you have to also check off in the
Oh, show nameplate. I got you.
yeah. Mhm.
Yep, my fault. Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. Uh, Leslie, if you could take a look at the obligation tab and let me know whose obligation triggered while I'm doing that. Are you able to get in there?
Yeah, okay, so that's 74 and 74. Let's see what we got here. Obligation.
Duty, it would have gone way over, I know.
So 74 looks like it's Don D's.
Okay, what is Domdy's obligation?
His is infamy or flamy or whatever you want to call it, but basically he's a renowned chef.
Okay,
Jeez, that is stressful.
That is actually going to, well, it's actually going to be very stressful for today. So everybody will need to reduce their strength threshold by 2. Or, I'm sorry, yes, 2 because we're over 100. And then Domdy's, your strength threshold will be down by 3.
I'm going to throw credits.
So strain threshold down by 2?
Yes, your threshold will be 2 lower than normal.
Okay, that's understandable. I like that better than messing with my XP.
What does throw credits do?
I spend 100 credits to ignore strain reduction.
Well, that's strain reduction. I don't know if that counts for
It's
strain
specifically
threshold.
for obligation rolls. Like
Oh, it
it's
is.
for obligation rolls.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's
Alright.
the entrepreneur's special thing.
What book is it? GM Assistant, what's that?
It's the colonist one.
Enter the Unknown? Or Far, yeah.
Far
Far Horizons. I always mix those two up.
Yeah, throwing credits at the beginning of the session, spend 100 credits to ignore strain threshold penalty due to triggered obligation.
Wow, that's a new one.
Well, it's been around
I mean, not
for
a
a
new
while.
one, but just a new
Nobody's
one.
used it.
I've used it every session I've played him in so far.
Oh, alright, well. There we go.
Nice, just to not have to deal with it.
Alright, so let me get your, now that we've got the tokens officially set up, over here. Somebody has some background noise going on.
That might be me, sorry.
Okay, and then I can clear out these guys. Okay, so you guys are at the Altar Mountain Safe House, and you are called by the broker to the briefing room. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Many of you have seen this room before. Oh, character introductions, my bad. So let's start with Dart.
Do I need to turn it down more?
No, I think it's fine.
Alright, I'll be playing Domdes, who is a chef who's renowned for his gabaki goulash. Recently that enterprise was kind of shut down by the Empire, tightening its grip on Toydaria, so he ended up joining the rebellion kind of out of defiance and was assigned to the Brokers Group as their quartermaster.
Okay, why don't we go next with Leslie?
I am playing Hawk. He is a bounty hunter who cares a little bit more. Well, he cares really nothing but money right now. So that's Hawk.
Okay, Riss?
Alright, I'll be playing Evelyn Hertz, a human female. She was essentially a slave for most of her life. In the latter part, working as an enforcer for Borga the Hutt. But eventually the broker's agents actually attacked Bodo's barge. They sunk the barge. They killed Bodo the Hutt, and Evelyn escaped on their ship with them. So she's been working with the agents for a little while now. And that's about it.
Okay, Tommy.
I'm playing Ragesh Vai. He is a former Imperial spy, and he actually led to the capture of all of the broker's agents back in the clutches of Compnor. So check that episode out, because it probably doesn't make sense that he's with the group now, but it does if you watch the episode.
All right, and then we will go to our first of two guests today, Hisham. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, that's correct. I'm playing Dr. Tariq Chiwab, who's a Wookiee engineer-scientist, a biomedical engineer to be exact, from the Rebel Alliance Medical Corps. And as always, the RAM Corps aims to provide more holistic medical services to both biologicals and droids. So he's able to heal both equally, not equally, but work on both of them. And he was assigned by Rebel Command to this unit for the Zygerian refugee crisis, which was resolved last week, I think. And he's still waiting to be reassigned, so he's joining you guys for the next couple hours.
Okay.
Not exactly resolved, that's right. So I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, and then finally, our second guest for today, David.
All right. That'll be R2M5. He's a special R2 unit that was designed with versatility and customization in mind, so he's hopefully got a lot of tricks up his non-existent sleeves.
All right, and R2 is actually a rebel droid that was sent to the broker agents as part of their new membership with Spec Ops. So he'll be assisting them in their duties.
All right, that definitely fits. He is definitely designed for some espionage.
Okay, so with that, you are called to the briefing room by the broker himself, actually. And he has some unfortunate news. So, unfortunately, he has gotten word from Borga the Hutt that Tordy has gone missing. So Tordy is actually, just as player knowledge, he is a character that I normally play. But he worked for Borga the Hutt for a while. I don't know how many of you know this story. So when I wasn't playing for several months, we explained it story-wise that Tordy was off working for Borga rather than with the broker. And his job was actually to procure food items for Borga himself. So he worked a lot with getting those rare and delicate things that Hutts love to eat all across the galaxy. So very recently, he has gone missing. And being an agent of the broker, Borga decided to contact the broker himself to let him know. So based on the information given, this is the broker relaying this to you from Borga. Tordy was sent to DAC. Borga had another associate fill Tordy's position now that Tordy is back with the broker, and that person went missing on DAC with a contact that, or he believes after he met with a contact that Tordy used to meet with. So he asked Tordy to go investigate, and now Tordy's lost contact with Tordy as well. So he is requesting help and will pay handsomely if you guys can recover Tordy. Are there any questions so far?
Nope, but Ragesh doesn't look too pleased about going to DAC. Doesn't say why, but he doesn't look very happy about it.
Yeah, what exactly is DAC?
DAC is also, it is the native name for Mon Calamari, where the Mon Calamari and Corrin live.
Oh.
Yes.
So it's a fishy place.
Yes, it's mostly water. There are surface cities, and then a few underwater, completely underwater cities, but yeah. Any more questions for the situation with Tordy?
Who will we be meeting with? I'm sure Borga has some contacts on the planet.
Actually, unfortunately, Borga left that up to Tordy and didn't have the specific information on that, so you will need to investigate once you are on the planet.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can we do a
Basically,
knowledge?
find Torty.
I'm sorry?
So basically, find Torty.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's the goal.
Can we do a knowledge check? I mean, obviously we know basic stuff, but maybe there's something that we might, get on above and beyond that.
Like what? What do you mean?
I'm just seeing if we can get a triumph from somebody to see if we can get some interesting information.
But I mean, like, what type of information, I guess, or were you hoping to get?
Specifically underworld information, because that's probably what Torty was involved in, to see whether or not, Torty left some clues that have reverberated through the underworld.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, if somebody wants to make a, it'll have to be a daunting underworld check.
Okay.
We could try that.
Well, I don't have any ranks and any knowledge skills, but I have an intellect of 4, so I can still roll that if people want.
Sure. Does anyone have any ranks in Underworld?
Are we just looking for a triumph here?
Well,
Any
no. I mean,
success could
advantages
give
and things like
information.
that.
The reason I ask is I have bought info that I could use.
Remind me how that one works.
Instead of making a knowledge check, may take a bought info action, spend credits equal to 50 times the difficulty to pass with 1 success.
Okay, yeah, 1 success probably won't get you a ton of information, but we'll get you some. However, if you use bought info, I wouldn't allow then a subsequent knowledge check for more information.
So
fair.
does anyone have Underworld skill in it? Guess
No
not.
knowledge underworld.
How about Outer Rim?
No, it would have to be underworld for this. So you're welcome to make the roll without any ranks in the skill. It probably won't get as great of results, though.
And
yeah.
daunting, is that 4?
Yeah, before you roll, I will give you unskilled assistance and then also flip a destiny point so you can upgrade.
Oh, yeah, okay, so...
Just for
An unskilled assistance will give me a boost die, yeah?
guys, I have careful planning, which I can use without using any destiny point if required, which would give us insight into part of the narrative. I can introduce effect into the narrative or something like that.
Okay.
So I could change the narrative. If you guys need anything in the, we could use it now or we could use it later, just so you guys know.
Okay. What does that mechanically do, though?
That introduces effect into the narrative of the story, like and it doesn't need to flip a destiny point or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, we're still using the destiny point just in case, because it does give us a chance for a triumph. So.
Yeah, I was just giving you guys the heads up if you guys need anything. I've got
Awesome.
that talent.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, prefects could be good.
All right, so we good? Is that everything?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Good
Okay.
number of successes.
Yeah. 1 threat. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So, yeah, what you're able to kind of pull together, and so Torty is a smuggler. If for those of you who weren't aware, you all as agents would know that, and he was likely probably doing something very illegal on Dak, in trading in things that probably aren't something that Borga would want to get out, and that's probably what his main concern here is that it's going to lead back to him, and it's something that he really doesn't want to lead back to him.
Right.
But past that,
Well, I'm thinking, Dak is also, it's a stronghold of resistance. It's a big rebel planet. And I was wondering maybe if we could do a knowledge warfare check to see, not trying to get anything the same as the underworld check, but more just to see if there has been trouble with smugglers in general on Dak.
okay. Yeah, that would be another daunting check, another daunting warfare check.
Okay.
Sure.
And then
Or even Outer Rim.
if whoever, let's see, I do have skill in warfare. Maybe I can blend with you, R2, and then I can use my contribution ranks as boosts.
Actually,
Okay.
real quick, before you guys do this, I should have said this ahead of time. and you're welcome to still go ahead with the roll. But the broker has indicated that it is Borga is worried on pressing time, so he'd really like you guys to get there as soon as possible.
Okay.
So this will take a little bit of time, which could affect things later by making these knowledge checks now.
Sure. I mean, I guess my only thing is I appreciate that, but just in character, Ragesh would want to make sure, especially because we're going to a rebel planet, that we scope some things out before we just bust all in there without knowing anything.
Yeah, totally fine. No, there's not a specific mission timer, but it is something to keep in mind.
Okay. So I'm actually going to roll this one, but I'm going to use R2's intellect. So I'm going to flip. And
that's Rogesh, right?
Yeah, Ragesh.
The character? Okay.
Why is this not working? Okay. So that's going to be 2 yellow, 2 green, and then it's 2 boosts for contribution, and then it's a daunting check, yeah?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Didn't mean to click that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll ignore that. A lot of 4 successes. Is that going to be the theme today?
I hope so.
Yeah, right. Okay, so 4 successes, another threat, same as before. Okay, so you were looking into maybe smuggling and stuff like that. Okay, there isn't a lot of information on what's been coming off planet, but there has been a lot of rumors and things about they're really cracking down on that type of thing before it gets off planet, basically. So authorities are really, like when you get there, you'll notice that there's authorities everywhere cracking down on people and checking things at the spaceport. Customs are really heavy right now.
Anything in particular that they're looking for, that they're banning from off-world?
No, they're not worried about things coming in. They're more worried about things getting out.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like, what are they
okay.
specifically banning from getting out?
Yeah, so that would be the big thing right now would be whalodon meat. So the whalodons are a species that also live on Dak, and I won't say any more than that.
Oh, so we'll need a xenology check then, huh?
Probably yes.
Okay. Let's see. If I can blend, unless someone has more than 1 skill in xenology, I'm going to blend with R2. Does anybody?
No.
All right. So I'm going to converse with R2 and ask him to give me some hints on these whalodons. I'm not going to flip for that one though.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will get our gear assembled.
And what's the difficulty of that check? I mean, I'm thinking it's probably not daunting, right? Because whalodon
it would be average.
Nice.
Yeah, average is fine. Sure. Okay, more threat. All right. So I'm actually going to have you take that threat as strain, just because you've been racking your brains and trying really hard to do all this research.
Right.
So it's just kind of getting to you.
Oh, our tokens aren't here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me pull them up.
Now, if we're working together, would I also take the strain? I don't know.
No, I'm just gonna. Tommy's the one who made the roll, so it'll just be him.
All right, you take all the brain damage.
Yeah, you're spouting off binary, and I'm like, slow down!
My bad.
There they are. Okay. It'll probably be hard to see your strain bar on the blue background, but it'll be there if you add it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So with that, you guys know whalodons are pretty much they're just like our real life whales that we know as players. They're very large creatures, and they are known to be, or pretty sure they are known to be sentient, actually. So they live underwater on Dak or Moncala, and yeah, the poaching of them is highly illegal according to Mon Calamari law. Although it was something that was legal under the Imperial, when the Imperials occupied Dak before they were able to break free just after the Battle of Yavin. So they've kind of just combining both successes from both knowledge checks. So it's something they've kind of been putting a new emphasis on getting rid of again because it was legal for a short period of time.
Yeah, Ragesh just looks ill at just the mention of Whalodon meat.
Okay, and then actually before you guys continue, the broker has one other assignment for you. Additionally, and this is very coincidental, the rebellion needs you guys to pick up some technicians on deck to take to the new rebel base on Ardo 1. So they, with their help, we were able to secure hyperspace access to DAC and to get there easily without having to go through other unofficial means. And you'll be greeted by a liaison when you get there who will take you to the technicians, and just when you leave, you will need to bring them with you to take to Arda 1.
So they're well aware we're coming and everything?
Oh, yep, yeah, the rebels will be waiting for you.
Okay.
Awesome, sounds good.
Well, should we shove off then?
Yeah, Ragesh is grabbing a breathing mask.
Yep, I've got a spacesuit with me in my thing anyway, just in case we need to. Can we use that underwater?
The spacesuit, I don't think so. There is something, I think, that you're able to use underwater. I don't know what it is.
An all-purpose UBA suit?
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if there's something that is like like PPE is for diseases and stuff. So I couldn't find anything, so I used the spacesuit. It's the only thing that seals you from the outside environment. But I guess the breathing thing would have to do.
Yeah, the breath masks and respirators.
Just gonna get my fur all wet. That's gonna be upsetting.
It is possible, but although you guys will be headed to Borga was able to direct you to the one city, so you'll be at a floating city. So you'll be above water at least initially.
Excellent.
Okay, so with that, unless there's any more questions for the broker, you guys will be heading to DAC.
I just inquire of the broker, when will I be reassigned to my actual duties? As a, or, to Rebel Command.
Well, this is technically a rebellion mission, so I appreciate your help here. Yeah, those of you more rebellion-oriented, you would be coming more for the technicians escort to Arda 1 is sort of thing. Oh, also, Packbat, my other character, will be joining you guys, just as sort of support from the rebels also.
And just as an added reference, my character has that holo translator thing, so the Wookiee can actually speak.
Okay, great.
Without any problems. Yeah, okay.
Alright, so I'm going to take you guys to the next page. Look at that awesome hyperspace.
Whoosh.
Okay, so actually, because DAC is so well protected, you do need to use the hyperspace routes that the rebels gave you, and it will take an astrogation check, a hard astrogation check. However, using the droid brain and the hyperdrive compressor outfitted in our ship, you will get 4 ranks in astrogation and 1 upgrade for whoever is actually making the roll.
Oh.
I have 1 rank and 4 intellect, so I guess I'll be the one to do this.
Okay, so the 4 ranks from the droid brain will replace your 1 rank, but then you'll get an upgrade after that.
So 4 yellow and a boost? Or
and
a
a green.
green?
The green, yep.
Okay,
And
and what's the check?
It is a hard difficulty, so 3 purple.
Ragesh
Okay.
will look over your shoulder and try to help. This is still kind of beyond him, but 1 boost from unskilled.
Okay, I'll take everything I can get. And that looks like everything. Boom.
Nice.
Very good. Okay, so that looks like, let's see here. Okay, normally this trip would take probably around 6 days or so from the rebel base, or the broker's base on Altar Mountain in Singram 3. However, with that, you guys are able to not only get there 25% faster, but let me see here. It doesn't say anything in the book for extra successes. So we'll say you actually guys made it there a third faster, so 4 days rather than 6,
Sweet.
using the Class 1 hyperdrive on the ship. I think it's Class 1 now. Did we upgrade it recently?
Not sure.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, I know
that's
we
what-
looked into that, but I don't know if we got the chance to actually shop for it.
Yeah, we'll have to check with James. But okay, anyway, so we'll say 4 days, which is, again, quicker than the normal. The normal would have been 6. So, all right, you guys make it to Dak. As you can see, the shipyards floating around outside where they make all of those Mon Calamari ships. And you quickly make your way to the floating city on the surface. So as you can see, there's a lot of mixture here between aquatic and space travel, docks right next to space pads and stuff like that. That might be the Millennium Falcon parked there, I'm not sure. But it also looks like Palpatine's shuttle is parked here also. So there's a lot going on. So you guys land, and no problem, you have your Rebel clearance codes and everything. As you land and get off your ship, there is the liaison waiting there for you. Greetings and welcome to Dak. I appreciate the Rebels sending a team out to take these technicians to Arda 1. Are you guys bringing all of your gear with you? This is GM asking.
I mean, only as... Yeah, that's a very good question.
My simple answer is yes, but you don't see anything other than an R2 unit.
How are the other people dressed around us? Like, since there are a lot of rebels, it wouldn't be a big deal to actually have a lot of equipment, right?
That is a good assumption.
Okay. Yeah, you know, since I'm actually going to bring my medic backpack. Normally I'd just bring something smaller, but why not?
Yeah, I don't think anybody here is as heavily armed as maybe Rock or even Shorebecca, but
GM, I've got 2 mini medical droids that float around with me.
okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine. You guys will just get a comment from the liaison that you seem to be heavily outfitted for just picking up some technicians, but that's it. She doesn't seem to mind, and you can see other Rebel agents walking around also armed and everything, so it's not completely out of place. So you guys are good to go, especially with your Rebel credentials.
Okay.
For that.
Quick question though, since I mean, when are these technicians actually expecting us to pick them up and send them to Arda 1? Because we've got other stuff to do. So is there like a time limit on us?
That's fine. If you need a day or two here, that's all right. But as soon as you leave, we'll need you to take them with you. So.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the security's so high they don't want people coming and going from the planet frequently.
Right.
Especially on the Rebel hyper lanes.
So I would like to start looking around. Streetwise, check ostensibly to look for poison, but actually what I want to be doing is kind of scoping out the seedier part of this city to see if I can pick up mentions of a Duros. Not necessarily named Torty, but just any mentions of a Duros that's gotten in trouble.
Are you
Okay,
saying cover is to look for poison?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Before
Does
go
so
ahead.
we're looking for a Duros, yes, Torty?
Yes.
Doesn't the customs agents or whatever around here keep like records of the comings and goings of people?
Yeah, good idea.
That's possible. But real quick, before you guys do anything, I need a perception check. Let me.
From everyone?
Yeah, everybody can do it. It'll be hard difficulty though. So 3 purple.
May I
What
ask to
happened?
make vigilance instead?
No, it'll be perception.
Okay.
3 purple, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Darn. Hey, look.
Anybody else making the perception?
Oh yeah, I need to, but I actually had the wrong sheet up. So 1 second while
Ah, okay. No, take your time.
Okay.
Man, you guys
So
don't
far,
see
only
nothing.
You can see the end of our rifles
Man,
or hands.
Leslie, you could not have rolled worse on those difficulty dice.
Like, yeah, literally.
Jesus, holy crap!
And the difficulty is hard. Okay.
Oh, so only Domdies.
Okay, Domdies, I actually maybe should have even given you a boost for this, given your background. But that's all right. So I'm assuming Domdies is willing to share this with the rest of the group. You actually notice some authorities very close by taking in some people that you could assume are Whalodon poachers. And they have them in binders and everything, and they're leading them away to the local police station, I guess you could call it. And you guys actually see signs up and everything expressly forbidding the poaching of Whalodons, and that violators will be prosecuted and all of that type of thing all over close to the water.
May the Wookiee try to interject with the police officers and inquire about the whalers?
They're a little far off, and the rebel liaison seems to be getting impatient, asking you to follow him to the facility to meet with the technicians and at least get that squared away now.
Squared away, let's do it.
Okay, well, I could actually go and square away whatever has to be done, and if anybody wants to get to the police or split up or what.
Yeah, I want to talk to the police.
So are you suggesting the team splits up?
I'll handle the regular paperwork type stuff and accompany the rebel liaison. What do you guys think?
All right,
Anybody
sounds
want to
good.
join me? Or boring stuff?
I'm gonna head to the police.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I suppose I'll go with Dr. T.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Well, you know what? I'll actually just tell you guys. I mean, yeah, you guys don't actually need to go to the facility then. I mean, it's just going to be a quick thing where you introduce yourself to the technicians there, and then you guys are done.
Okay.
So that really isn't splitting for that isn't really going to be worth it.
Yeah, maybe we
player-wise,
just say it's
so.
like, here's our paperwork. Tell them to hold tight. We'll be there.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I guess
for
I'm
our-
just
for our-
saying.
For
Go
role-playing
ahead.
purposes, it's all right. Me and the droid will sit the next 10 minutes out. I mean, we're doing the paperwork and stuff, so that's fine.
So they'll just be like a couple rounds behind us. I mean, I know it's
Yeah.
narrative time, but
Well, actually, what I was going to do, if the doctor's filling out the paperwork, I was going to go sneak over to a terminal, slice into the customs agent's records, and then see if I can't track down all the Duros that came in and out and cross-reference them with, like, Torty.
That will work, yeah. That
Nobody
sounds
ever
good.
pays attention to droids.
Okay, that would be at a different location than where the technicians are. Like, this liaison's trying to take you to a rebel facility.
I can't just use any computer?
No.
Okay,
It would need
okay.
to be local.
It's
to where,
reasonable to assume that where the technicians are, they will have ports and stuff where you can slice even better, actually.
but it wouldn't give you access to everything across the city.
Okay.
You would need to be local to who's holding the information.
Well, maybe what we need to do is have R2 come with me, and I can try to distract the police while you try to hack into something at the police station. Is that what?
Okay, I mean, I'm definitely fine with that. I just wanted to actually do.
yeah, but they only know that in the first place because they first went to see the technicians, and now they're back with us on the police bit.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just. I mean, the technician thing was really just a distraction, so we can hand wave that you guys already introduced yourselves and got that all set up and everything.
Okay, awesome.
All
I'll
right.
send them to the ship and have them wait there.
What's that?
You can, like, send them to the ship and have them wait there until we're ready to leave or something.
Yeah,
Right.
if you guys want to do that, that's fine. They'll be ready to go when you are.
Okay.
Okay.
And these local police, they're not actually rebels. They're actually local police, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, they are Mon Calamari local police. Yeah, not rebel agents.
All right, I'm going to run over and introduce myself. Hello, Abhijit Raj. I have been trying to track down Whalodon poachers for quite some time. Total lie, but yeah.
Okay. And why? Who are you?
Is this the part where I should be hacking?
Oh no, I'm trying to get us just kind of an in.
Okay.
to-
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of give you a look like they don't know who you are or why you're looking for them.
So I hand over some credentials and just say, I'm here to help with the situation with the poaching on Dak, and it looks like you guys have captured some of these nefarious thugs. Well done, well done.
Okay. Yeah. So that will be. Give me 1 second. I have to pull something out here, or pull something up, I should say. So give me a second, but it will be a deception check.
Okay.
Hey, Tommy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, if this is a significant plot device, then we could actually introduce something into the thing. We're actually covering the a special news report for Galactic Discovery Channel or whatever on the poachers.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, if it's important, if something like it's gonna result in something that's significant for the mission.
Yeah. Okay.
Or we could save it
So
for-
wait, so you're saying that instead of me saying that I'm like after the poachers is like a bounty hunter, I should say that I'm a reporter.
Actually, no. Whatever works fine. If a bounty hunter works better in this case, yeah, I think that sounds better actually.
Okay.
Bounty hunter. Yeah. Sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah. So your deception will be against 2 purple, 1 red.
Oh, okay.
2 purple, 1 red. Deception. And let me just double check and make sure that I can't change anything with that. And I'll take an unskilled assistance from somebody. Just
In
say something.
okay, I'll assist you with some knowledge about about the medical effects of the.
Oh no,
of the
like
whale.
you
Okay.
start spouting off all the facts about proving Whalodon sentience. And
Yes, that sounds good.
right.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Oh, I should have given you a boost for your credentials. Did you actually have like false credentials or something?
No, that was just
Okay.
like RP stuff.
Okay. No, that's fine. Okay, then no boost. You don't deserve it. Okay, you succeeded anyway. So, well, they look a little surprised, the 2 authorities. I didn't realize we were hiring outside help, but it has become a big problem recently that we've been trying to crack down on. So, thank you. I'm glad you're here.
So, can you tell me more about the individuals that you captured, and perhaps I can help you get down to the bottom of the trading ring itself?
Yeah. So these 2 were caught transporting a large amount, likely to somebody who would be selling it to a potential buyer. So we believe that they are either hunters themselves or from the group that does the hunting.
Right. Yes. I'm scratching my chin and I'm thinking about this. One of the things that I would have told the other agents while we were here, one thing that we know is that there was a big feast that occurred on Ord Mantell where Whalodon meat was served, and it was a big clan meeting between Clan Basadi and Black Sun, and so that may be related, it might not be, but hey, that's one of our most recent experiences with Whalodon meat. And actually, what I'm thinking is that, and I'm hoping this isn't the case, but I'm wondering if Torty was actually helping Borga purchase Whalodon meat, and that's how he got into trouble. But it could be something completely different. But that's kind of the angle that Rogesh is thinking right now, and I mentioned that as much.
So if we find where it all started, or
Yeah,
what's
that's
then we
why.
find Torty.
Yeah, that's why I'm so into this.
Well, yeah, Eve's just gonna hang back and try not to draw attention to herself.
Okay. So do the authorities, share any info?
Well, no, they just know that somebody has a pretty big operation going on, and it seems like anytime they catch one person, two more take its place. So.
Well, this is what I'll do. I'll say, well, how about a trade of information? Because I know of an incident of Whalodon being sold on Ord Mantell. And, I don't give him too many details because I don't want it to point back to Borga, but it's going to point back to Black Sun. So, and then hopefully maybe get a lead on where we can start looking to help out.
Yeah, sure. So they appreciate the information, and they say you're welcome to question anybody we have in custody right now.
Okay.
Totally got the in.
All right. So yeah, I want to start questioning people.
Okay. Yeah. So they take you back to their station with the two that they just took in, and who are actually they're the only two they have right now that weren't processed.
What do they look like?
They're both Quailish actually.
Okay. I'm going to whisper to one of them on Calamari and say, I hope I have your permission, but sometimes I have to get a little rough to make things happen. Is that okay?
They look a little concerned.
Think of the Whalodons! And
it's all right. The doctor's here. We can mend them after we're done with them.
Yeah, I actually whispered to R2, play some Whalodon song, that haunting melody. We're here to save the whales, Adons.
Save the Whalodon.
I'll do that. I even have a hollow, so I'll make a little hollow of a whale swimming, singing.
So I'm think about what is at stake here. Don't worry, I won't harm anyone permanently, but I am going to give him a scare. Are they okay with that?
That's going to require a charm check, actually.
Okay.
So that'll be against charm usually opposes cool, correct?
I think so, yes.
It's a charm check to be allowed to beat up prisoners.
Well, he's...
No, it makes sense. It's ironic or something.
I know, it is, but you're appealing to the officer's better nature in regards to the well-being of the Whalodons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or his worse nature in the treatment of prisoners.
So,
one or the other,
It'll only be an average check, so two purple. Let me make sure, actually. Yeah. Okay.
So just two purple?
Yeah, two purple.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot to check talents on this guy, so I realized if he had Nobody's Fool, it would have applied before. But anyway.
I'll use
Does
the
whale
Whalodon.
music give a boost die?
Yeah, I'll use that as a boost die if that's okay.
That's perfectly fine.
All right, let me just make sure that I've got everything added to this that I need to. I know it's only average, but I really want to make sure that this works. So, okay, yeah. I'm not going to boost that, but I will. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So they reluctantly say, well, do what you need to do, but remember that they still fall under Mon Calamari law and will
Absolutely.
need to be processed appropriately.
So as soon as he says that, I assume they show me the door, right, where one of these guys are kept?
Yeah.
All right. I throw the door open. I start stomping towards this Aquilish guy. I don't even introduce myself. I produce a syringe in my hand, and I jab it right into his arm. And I tell him, you've got 10 minutes to live. I have just poisoned you. I've got the antidote. You need to talk right now and tell me where the Whalodon meat is being traded. So deception check, I'm assuming, because it's only saline.
Yeah, then that would be, but let's see.
He's an Aqualish. Sailing might be bad for him.
Actually, yeah, that's right. If you told me, I would have given you the real thing.
Well,
no. Remember, I mean,
No, he really
Aqualish,
is poisoned.
it's no, they're aquatic, so it'd be isotonic. It's totally fine.
let's see. We'll just assume that the doctor gave the appropriate advice before
Yeah.
Rogas
Yes.
stomped in and did this, so that won't be a point of contention.
All right. Can I get just like an added boost just for, rushing in there? Not even just a situational boost because I just jabbed this guy with the syringe.
Yeah,
out of
that's
nowhere.
fine. I'm just trying to find his stat block now,
right.
which I seem to have misplaced. So, give me a moment.
And maybe R2 can like produce like scissors and serrated things to make it look like he's an interrogation droid.
Actually, the mini medical droids are spider-like and they're scary looking.
Oh,
It's written
okay,
in the
yeah.
description. So I've got two of them hovering around me.
That's
A
right.
7'11" Wookiee. There's got two, crazy looking mini med droids
Right.
Yeah,
hovering around.
I'm pretty sure the book description for those says they basically ruin your bedside manner.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I have,
also
like,
I'm going to say to the
One die in
Aqualish.
coercion. I'm about as intimidating as an Ewok.
Oh, our Ewok is pretty intimidating, actually.
That's because he carries a gun twice the size of himself. Let's see.
Another thing I'm going to tell the Aqualish is I'm going to point over to the Wookiee with the hovering medical droids and just say, and I'm the good cop.
Okay. Yeah, give me a second. I had to go back into Ogden because I realized I didn't have the stat block for these guys, so it's going to take a second to pick it
Okay,
up.
no worries.
Other than that, is everybody else hanging around, or is anybody trying to do anything extra while this is going on?
Would this be a good
R2D.
time to find a terminal?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What kind of terminal? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm either going to look for arrest records of Duros, since we're in a police station, or see if I can't go through, like I said, customs, see if I can get access to customs and look for the arrival of various Duros. And who knows, maybe cross-check those with arrest records.
Okay. Yeah, arrest records. They are actually public here on deck, so you can request those if you have the proper credentials from the front desk here at the police station.
That sounds like a lot of trouble.
I'm thinking maybe Domdes can start passing out food like the equivalent of donuts for these cops, trying to distract them so that R2 can get a quick moment to tap into something.
It's fine with me if that would work.
That sounds.
Okay, so you want to distract them. Is that what you're saying? Distract them to try and get him
Yeah.
in? Okay. Sure. So, Domdes, how good's your cooking skill?
Compared to what?
Gordon
It's,
Ramsay.
I just
2
think
and
it's funny.
2.
So, that will be, it'll just be an average, well, we'll make it a hard check to whip something up sufficient to distract everybody from looking at their very important computers.
So should it be a choose your own?
No, I'm going to make it hard difficulty.
Nice.
He succeeded anyway. Okay, so with that, that is a sufficient distraction to get R2 into a computer terminal for at least a few moments.
And it's okay, because I got the technical aptitude, so it reduces my speed by like 25% or something as well.
Nice.
All
So I'm
right, so
faster.
to get into the computer system, it will be another hard check with 2 setback, actually. Which,
Okay, let me
obviously-
check a thing.
Yeah, obviously, if you have talents, those can be removed and everything. That's implied.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I got stuff for mechanic stuff. Let's see. I have code breaker, bypass security. I don't think defensive slicing is going to do anything, or technical aptitude. So would code breaker do anything? for
What
this?
does Codebreaker say again?
Let me look. I have to bring up my thing. Oh, that's
Yeah,
mechanic.
it removes difficulties and stuff, I remember.
Remove 1 setback in Codebreaker from checks to break codes or decrypt communications. Decrease the difficulty of checks to break codes or decrypt communications by 1. I don't think that's it. Bypass security is remove checks made to disable security device or open a locked door.
Yeah, well, I'll let you use that because you're trying to get past the security of the terminal.
Okay, so we'll go with that. So that's one setback removed, at least. Okay, so I'll put one setback on there.
Hey, Tommy.
Uh-huh.
When you're ready, or after this, oh, I'll get to you when we're done with this, actually.
Okay.
There's no reason to interrupt.
Well, that's my computer roll.
Good job.
Okay, so how much do you reduce the time by with your talents?
25%.
Just 25%?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say those threats are actually going to counteract that.
Okay.
Just because you still succeeded to get in, but it's not gonna be too long before they notice. Okay, so you were looking through arrest records. So yeah, you're able to find those, and going by how long it took you guys to get here, and judging by when Borga said Torty was here, you don't see any records of Duros on here that would match the timeline.
What about Duros that don't match the timeline?
No, yeah, you don't see any Duros at all, I guess.
Well, these were just arrest records, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just arrest records, but you don't see any Duros on there at all.
Okay, how the hell would I get into the customs records? Because I'm sure he's on here somewhere, right? He's supposed to be here.
Yeah, so you would have to be back by the ports, the spaceport, which would just be a little bit of a...
Also worth noting, smugglers generally try not to show up on custom records, so if he's good at what he does...
Oh, wait a minute. Would that object me into, like, various security camera records, then? Would I be able to see recordings and be able to see if I've noticed this guy or where he was at before? I just thought of that.
That would probably take more time than you have, unless Dombies was presenting a 7-course meal to these people.
We have a field kitchen somewhere we can set it up.
Okay.
All right.
So
I think I'll give up on that idea.
Okay, I'm going to cut back to Tommy real quick. So Tommy, these guys, they don't have a very strong will, so it's just going to be easy check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we could probably say you succeed anyway, but go ahead and roll it.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they break. I mean, he has no idea what you just put into him, and he's worried that it's going to eat him from the inside. So, let's see here. Let me get back to my notes. So I'm sorry. Do you remember what you asked him specifically?
Oh, I said that you will tell me everything you know about the Whalodon trading on deck.
Okay.
10 minutes to live. Time is ticking.
Yeah, sure. And he gets really nervous. But he's able to get his composure, and he spits out a name, Captain Dunwell.
Captain Dunwell. Okay.
So Captain Dunwell, he leads the operation. He has hunters hunt the Whalodons, and then they bring them to his processing center, where they then separate them, but he only sells to Imperials.
Where is this processing center?
It's deep in the ocean. Very few people know. He's very paranoid. He doesn't tell anybody.
And how do these get off planet then? What port are they using to get them off world?
I don't. It's all a secretive operation. I don't know all of that, but he has trusted people that bring the meat away from his processing center off planet to meet with Imperials. He'll only work with Imperials.
I pull out another syringe and I say, "Better start giving me names."
I only know Captain Dunwell. I don't have any Imperials names. That isn't my job.
Also, I'm looking for a Duros that double-crossed me, and I start to describe Torty and say, "Have you seen anyone with this description?" And I'm tapping that needle.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him, but I've heard about it. Dunwell found out people that worked for him were selling on the side to non-Imperials, and I think that Duros was one of them. So he's been luring them back to hand them over to Imperials to get rid of them.
Okay. And can trying to think of anything else that I can get out of him. So he doesn't have any specific names other than Dunwell.
Correct.
Okay. How many Whalodons are actually being processed and sold?
A lot. I don't have it a specific number.
Oh, I'm going to tell him too. I want your security codes.
his security codes?
Well, yeah. I mean, the people. I'm assuming that they have security codes to get into this facility, so I want them.
Okay. Well, sure, I can give them to you, but Dunwell knows everybody personally. He's going to recognize anybody from the outside immediately.
So I'm going to tell him, your life depends on this. Help me come up with a plan that I can get in there.
I don't know. I'm never one that goes there. I don't even know where it's at.
Oh, okay. So then who do you have contact with? Who's the middleman here?
Yeah, with that, he kind of clams up.
The Wookiee smacks on the table, or puts his hand on the table or something.
No, I mean, he's pretty adamant that it won't work. He's like, as soon as anybody not known face to face gets involved, everything goes wrong. Like, basically, he's implying that, or saying, because I can't think of a way to say it in character, that if anybody who's not like known previously shows up, the deal's off and nobody does anything. So
Okay,
it just sets off immediate red flags.
Right. So I'm trying to think though. So in other words, infiltration is completely out, is what you're saying.
That is based on what he's saying. Direct infiltration that way would be out of the question.
So then, but we could pose as people looking to purchase Wheelodon or to help hunt them. New employees. Yeah. So I asked the guy, like, how does he get new employees? Who do I need to talk to get hired?
He only hires Aqualish.
Okay, Tommy?
Uh-huh.
How about if we find some way, somehow, to get these two guys out with us, and in return they'll help us get in with him. We could do that because we got a Wookiee, we got a R2 unit hacked in. We can just tell the R2 unit to sign off some release forms or put in something in the data that says they were mistaken.
Actually, real quick, he's like, if you're looking for your Duros, the guy who was selling him the Wheelodon meat, he's on the run, and he's trying to get off planet.
Name.
I don't have a name, but he gives you a name.
Oh, okay. And does he give us a description of?
Yeah, it's a young Mon Calamari male.
Okay.
That was selling Wheelodon meat. So he gives you the name, the description, everything.
Right.
My
only concern about trying to get these guys out of here is that they very well could turn on us at a very inopportune time. And like, they've already given us all the information they can. I think that they would be just an extra concern if we brought them with us.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they should just rot in a cell. So.
All right. They deserve it.
Prosecuted by the full extent of the Mon Calamari law.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm just going to leave the cell and make him think that I didn't give him the antidote, so he can sweat.
No, what did you do? What did you do?
And I'll say that's what you get for killing and selling the meat of sentience. And
Okay.
I describe in very excruciating detail exactly what's going to happen to his insides in 10 minutes. And leave him with that. So
Is Rogesh force sensitive? Because that's like 10 conflict.
he's not. Nope.
Okay.
He does the Aquilish form of wetting himself.
Yeah, whatever they do, he did it. So, but yeah, no, you got pretty much everything out of him. That was a really, really big deception roll.
Okay. So yeah, let's get out of here. We got information, and let's find this guy who sold stuff to Torty.
Anyone object?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So this is going to require a streetwise check. Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. It's going to be hard difficulty with 2 setback.
Hard difficulty 2 setback. Okay. And that's streetwise, yeah?
Yep.
Does anyone have streetwise setback removals? If not, no worries. I will take unskilled assistance, though. Anybody?
Hawk will give you.
I'll
Hawk will
help.
give-
I got him as about as unskilled as you can get.
Oh, yeah, sorry. What were you saying, though, Leslie?
I just said I would give you an assistance because I only have 1 skill.
Okay. What was the difficulty again, Eric?
Hard with 2 setback.
Hard with 2 setbacks. Okay, and I've got 1 boost. I'm gonna flip, guys. I really want to get this, so gotta get this guy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so unfortunately, you cannot find the Mon Calamari specifically, but you do run into bounty hunters that are looking for him also.
Okay.
You basically as you're combing the streets, and this does take a few hours to kind of pull your information and see what you can find. Let's see.
So I guess what was the success portion then?
More eyes and ears looking for him.
So does it mean that is there a subsequent check now that I have to do to pinpoint where this guy is, or
not immediately? No, this streetwise was basically. I mean, you were trying to find the Mon Calamari, but all it led you to was these bounty hunters.
Okay. And then what are all the advantages?
We've narrowed it down to this area.
Maybe I hear some, whisperings and rumors about Torty directly.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's. Let's see.
So just to make sure that I've got everything, squared away in my head here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy was the person who was selling Whalodon meat to Torty, and this guy worked for Dunwell.
Yes.
Okay, and so then Torty was then taking it and selling it to other people, probably Borga.
Or just buying it directly for Borga, but yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay,
right.
that's okay. Hold on 1 second. I realized what happened. Why I'm confusing myself. Let's see. Maybe I didn't.
I'm going to slip the bounty hunters just 2,000 credits and just say, remember me, if you find this Duros, he's mine. He owes me a lot of money, and don't hurt him because I want the pleasure doing so.
Okay. Well, they were actually looking for the Mon Calamari.
Oh, then I take my money back.
But they could now also look for the Duros.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Or share any information they might...
Well, actually, I'll still spend the 2K, and I'll just change that story up, and I'll just say, I need to talk to this Mon Calamari because he knows someone who owes me a lot of money. Don't hurt him. Here's some 2K. Let me question him as well if you find him before I do. And vice versa. Like, you're getting a deal, and I'm paying you, even though I'll still give you information if I find him first.
Okay. I mean, they're mainly concerned with keeping the bounty for themselves. Like, they don't want anybody taking it up from under them.
Okay. Yeah, so they get to keep the bounty, and they get a 2K bonus on top of it.
All right. Yeah. So that's going to be a charm check or negotiation. Actually, your choice.
I'll do charm. And can I get because I'm paying out of pocket like 2,000K? What kind of boost can I get from that?
I'll give you 2 boost dice.
Maybe like money.
Sweet. And then maybe I can get an unskilled assistance from Hawk because he's a bounty hunter, so he knows kind of their language too.
You sure can.
Is that okay, Eric?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
So that'll be 2 red and a purple on the difficulty.
2 red and a purple. Can I get my token over? Because actually, I can use strain to reduce that.
Yeah, let me pull those over. Sorry about that. Where did I leave them? Oh, you guys are still floating in hyperspace.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, goody! Another blue background, so you can't see your strain bar. But
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to take 1 strain. I'm going to downgrade that to 2 purple, 1 red.
I'm going to flip actually.
Okay. So that is now 2 purple, 1 red, And I've got 3 boosts. I need to save those light side points, so here we go. Yes!
Okay. Yeah, sure. As long as we get to turn him in.
Yeah, absolutely. Just make sure, just give me some time with him, because I need to find that dastardly Duros who owes me money!
He owes everybody money.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, at that moment, another bounty hunter comes running in and gets the attention of the other 2, and he's like, "Look, guys, I know where he's at. I know where he's at. Come on, follow me." And he goes running out of the cantina where you found these bounty hunters.
Hey, let's come along. You know, more guns for you.
Yeah, they're amenable to that, so they're fine with you following along.
They're
so
like free help.
What's that?
They're just like free help.
Yeah, free help that pays us. So they go winding down some back alleys and everything, and around some. Well, I was gonna say corners, but looking at the city, I don't see any.
Corners.
It's all circles. Winding around to an out-of-the-way building. It's not very tall, but the guy's like, he's in there. He's up on the 2nd floor. And they start making their way inside.
Okay. I want to go. If they're going in one way, why don't we go in another way to block any possible escape?
Okay. So looking at it, there is a front door and a back door, and then there's some windows on the 2nd floor, also, that you can see.
Ooh, I want to start climbing up to the 2nd floor windows. If
Ooh.
you guys can, you know, scope out the back door, I want to try climbing.
Okay, a portion of our group will go out to the back door. I'll just stay in the front door, make sure if the bounty hunters miss him or he's running out the front door, I'm there to catch him.
I'll mostly
The other
just
guys
avoid
can-
stairs.
So a portion of the group goes to the back door.
Okay. Who's going where?
I'll stick with Dr. T, I guess, if he's avoiding stairs as well. It sounds like.
Yeah, I'll stay at the front door with the droid.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, guys. I don't have a page for this building, so we'll just have to deal with the floating city here. Okay. Eve, Hawk, and Dombies,
Yes.
where are you guys going? Rogesh is climbing up the side, and these 2 are at the front or back? I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe Chef can come with me, since he flies.
Yeah, sure.
So are Eve and Hawk going to cover the other door then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even see my my guy, but yeah, I'll cover the other. Oh, there we go. They're sitting right there, right in the
for me.
middle, right in the middle.
They'll just chat it up.
Oh, by the way, Domdies, do you have a weapon?
A spatula.
He has a Boonta blaster,
Okay.
so it's not going to be
Okay.
much use, but yeah, he'll pull that out.
Okay, so you guys are waiting outside. You're not actually going in with them. So they make their way up, and they're searching the upstairs of this building, and eventually they get to the end of the hallway where they find the young Mon Calamari hiding. And he actually tries to run, and he runs straight for the window where Rogesh is at. He is attempting to jump out. So, Rogesh, I'm going to need you to make an opposed brawl check.
Sure. Can I actually do, instead of an opposed brawl check, a melee check with my neuronic whip to entangle and grab him?
Okay. Let's see. Because you're kind of hanging on the outside of the building. Or were you climbing in?
Oh, I was going to climb in.
Okay, you were going to climb in. Yeah, if you're climbing in, then you're like in the room with him, which is fine.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go ahead and try that then.
All right.
So he doesn't have any defenses or anything, so it's just your combat check.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second while I double check my stats. I am going to do Frenzied Attack, and I will take 2 strain for that. Let me just make sure I've got the right number of ranks. Yeah, 2 ranks, okay. So Frenzied Attack, I am aiming And
Well, I think it would have been way cooler if you were Batman repelling the outside of the building and whipped him from that angle. But go ahead.
if I succeed, maybe we can reskin it that way. Yeah? No.
Yeah, no, you're
No,
fine.
I'm going to say that let's make this cinematic. I can hear someone running. I jump up, and with my feet, I just burst through the window, shattering glass. I quick draw my whip and just go for it. So here goes. Bam! He's entangled.
Oh boy.
With a bow tie on top.
Okay. Oh wow. Does that do any damage to him?
Yeah, it does.
How much?
It is,
With 8 successes.
I think that's 13 strain.
13 strain.
Yeah, 13 strain.
Okay. Well, he's almost down. I don't have a token for him, unfortunately. But he did not actually pass out from that, so he's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, so you caught him. He's there, and you managed to block all the exits from him getting away.
All right. I shove him up against the wall and just say, "You have just a few minutes to, or if you want to live, you're going to tell me all about Torty. He owes me money."
Torty?
Oh no, I don't say Torty. Sorry. I say Duros Yehai, such and such skin color.
Yeah, that's fine. You're looking for him? I'm guessing Captain Dunwell got to him. They've been going after all of my side customers. I'm trying to get out of here. I just want to get off planet.
Okay, so you know for a fact that Dunwell has Torty?
No. As soon as I found out he realized what I was doing, I started going on the run. But if you're looking for him, it must mean he got him.
Wait, that doesn't quite follow. How? If I'm looking for him, how would that mean that Dunwell?
If the guy's missing, the only person who would have taken him was probably this Dunwell dude.
Yes, yeah. He's saying if you, he thinks that if you're trying to find Torty, it must mean he's missing, and that Dunwell got him.
Okay.
He doesn't know why you're looking for him. He's just assuming based on.
Well, I mean,
his...
my point though is that Torty could still be hiding from him. So, I'm going to ask this guy. Do you know where Torty stays? What's his hideout? Or not Torty, but Duros and after.
Right. Yeah. No, it was only small meetups on the side. I just real quick. I know the less information, the better.
I'm going to look to my teammates to see. Do you guys believe this? See if anyone can do discipline.
And we'll assume you guys are coming inside up to the room if you would. Because right now, half the party's outside.
Sure, if we got any turbo lifts up to the second floor.
Yeah, we'll say there's lifts. It's a civilized world.
Oh god, that's right. You're a Wookiee. You could probably pick my ass up.
I have a 5 bronze, so it's okay.
Does anyone have good discipline?
No.
Define good.
Well,
I got
anything
better than most droids.
anything more than 1 yellow, 1 green.
I got 4 and 1 yellow.
That's
Well,
great.
three and 1 yellow.
All right, yeah. If we
Okay.
can have the guy do
Yeah.
a deception check against Hawk.
Okay. I'd actually. I was gonna have Hawk roll discipline versus his deception.
Sure.
So Hawk, it'll be against 1 red, 2 purple.
Just to be sure, real quick, is it a one-time thing? Like only one person can do it?
If anybody who said they're in the room can go ahead and check. So you could roll your discipline versus 1 red, 2 purple.
Okay.
Yes, 1 red, 2 purple. So
So
Hawk
we might as
succeeded.
well do it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as everybody says they've made their way up to the room.
1
Yeah,
red, 2
motion.
purple.
Yes.
You got to triumph.
I totally believe him.
You definitely believe him. Okay.
I think he's innocent.
Well, yeah, Riss and Leslie can tell he's not lying. Like he fears for his life. He just wants to get out of here because he's afraid of what Dunwell's going to do to him.
I'm going to say you need to tell me everything you know about Dunwell's facility. Make it fast.
I don't know where it's at, but I know how you can get there.
All right, tell me.
It's the same thing.
No. Well, it should work. I had thought about it, but I've never actually done it. If you go swimming with the whalodons, you can get taken into one of their hunting subs and then take it back to his facility.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this guy's crazy.
Okay, and that's pretty much. Anyone else think of anything else we can ask this guy?
He's just so paranoid. It's so hard to get there.
All right, no, that's a plan. How can we? What's the best way to find whalodons to swim with them?
Well, I mean, people. There's lots of tours around because it's a big tourist attraction to go out and see them.
And they're not scared of the tourist boats?
They don't get too close.
Okay. All
But
right.
but yeah.
All right. I guess. What do you guys think? I think we've gotten everything we need to know from him.
Does he have a vehicle, a submersible vehicle we can perhaps commandeer? Because he being who he is.
What's that?
Does the Mon Calamari have some submersible vehicle we can commandeer?
He doesn't have one himself, but he indicated they're pretty easy to find.
My only thing is that maybe we can't have one that's too big because then they'll probably see us with the whalodon. I'm trying to figure out how we can get taken in by this big thing.
Oh,
without-
he would tell you need to go out into the water and swim with the whalodons.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
All right. All right.
'Cause
Well, it looks like
he describes these hunting subs that are very large, and they suck the whalodons into them inside, and then from there they're slaughtered.
these things must be massive. I mean, whalodons are massive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I gave you all that info. Can you help me get off planet? And he just kind of glances over at the bounty hunters.
I'm going to grab his head and I'm going to shove it into the door, and then I'm going to turn the neuronic whip on full blast because this guy is trading whalodon meat. So I'm just going to say, yeah, good night.
Yeah, well, that would totally knock him out. I won't even make you roll or anything.
All right.
So.
And then I point to the bounty hunters. He's all yours.
Okay. Well, the bounty hunters are grateful, and they put their weapons away. They're not going to shoot you anymore. But yeah, so you've gotten the information from him.
Okay. Cool.
So what are you guys doing now?
Let's find a tour group and get in and then jump in the water.
Okay, so yeah, to get a submarine, you can actually probably rent one out yourselves without even going on a tour specifically. He did give you like basic direction on where to find whalodons also. But that would be we'll take a, sorry, I just read the chat. It will be a streetwise check. Actually, before we do this, does anybody want to take a break? We've been playing for a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Can I do my streetwise check real quick though?
Yeah, if you want to do it, yeah, negotiation or streetwise to find a submarine. I should have notes here on the difficulty. It's just average, so two purple.
Okay. If I can get a boost from someone unskilled.
Yeah, I guess I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make me some food.
I'll say.
Anybody want to help Tommy find a submarine?
Yeah, sure. What boost can I give?
You're just helping out in general,
Yeah.
finding it, so you'll give a
I'm
boost.
fine.
Die.
Yeah, I'll boost. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you find one. The rental will be, or the tour will be 1K per person.
Okay, per person.
1,000 credits per person.
And I've got an idea for this tour, but I'll do it once we get back from break.
Okay, yeah, sure. So we're going to take 5, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording. Okay, welcome back from our break. We've got everybody back here. Looks like we just found a tour to go with the whalodons, or a submarine tour, I should say. And I think we're good to go.
Could I use those 3 advantages as maybe a way to get really chummy with the tour operator?
Okay, sure.
All right. Because I've got a check that I want to do, but I want to see if I can get like maybe a boost or an upgrade on the check.
Okay, sure. What are you trying to do?
I actually want to see if I can do biggest fan because I want to see if we can get even closer than normal to the whalodons and then not getting to pushback when we jump into the water with them.
Okay, sure. So what do you need to make that check? Is that a set difficulty or?
Yeah, it's a set difficulty. I'm trying to think of who I would pose as, though. If I'll just say maybe there's like some sort of pop singer that is popular right now, and I kind of whispered to the tour operator that, and I changed my voice to make it sound like I'm this guy, and just say,
Okay.
"On Disguise, this has been my dream to swim with whalodons. I hope you can get us even closer than normal, and just let us swim with them. Don't report it or anything. Blah blah blah." Is that cool?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. So it'll be a charm check against hard difficulty. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's just a hard. Okay. Yeah.
Weren't you getting a boost from your advantage, but you still succeeded?
I will roll that separately just in case.
Okay. No. Yeah, they totally buys it. What does it say? What biggest fan mechanically does?
Well, it's very narrative. So it basically
Yeah.
just says that this guy's a total fan. He believes what I'm talking. I mean, yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. You know what? They are so excited you are here to go on this Whalodon tour. They say as long as you have someone that can pilot the sub, take it on your own. You don't even we won't even go with you. You can do whatever you want.
oh. Okay.
They give you the directions on where the Whalodons are and everything, and they just say have fun, enjoy.
Okay, cool. And I get the information and say, "Don't worry, I will send my latest HoloVid concert series to you."
Okay, cool. And then you had asked me during the break about some type of propulsion systems while in the water.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything in any of the books for that, but I will say you guys can buy something similar. It would be 500 credits each.
Okay.
For anybody who would like to buy that.
Yes.
Wait,
Anybody
is this on a personal scale?
Yeah, it would be a personal, because you guys are going to need to get out of the submarine to go after and swim with the Whalodons directly.
So remind me what this is.
So this will be some type of propulsion system that would assist you in swimming, like something you would hold onto or strap onto your like a jetpack for underwater.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, they'll totally take one.
I mean, low scale, obviously, not high speed like Shrebecca.
Yeah, Ragesh, I can cover whoever doesn't. Just pay me back. No loan or no interest necessary. Just
He's not Zero.
yeah. Good thing Zivo's not here.
Okay, and actually, no, we'll say that this place sells them. The stat block I was basing it off of says it's rarity 6, but we won't go with that. So that's a little high for a place that actually gives tours with Whalodons or other underwater adventures.
All right, cool. So
Okay, so I need to know who was taking the propulsion systems. It's not required, but if anybody who is, I will need to know.
R2 will definitely be taking one. He reads it. He can't really paddle.
okay.
Yeah, Hawk would love to have one. So
Okay.
And I'm covering for R2, so I've got yours.
Okay.
if anyone
Down.
else
It's
needs it.
greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I guess you should probably have one. I don't know what they have equipped for flyers underwater.
Okay, so that looks like all of you guys are taking it. So it'll be 500 credits. Just mark it on your sheet, or if you're getting it from somebody else, let them know so that they know to mark it on their sheet. And you guys.
Alright, and how should I mark that on my sheet?
You'll just take 500 credits off, or well, you
500
for the
obligation
item.
to Rogesh.
The item you mean? The item you could call it like water propulsion unit or something like that. I was actually going to base it off the grav belt found in Sons of Fortune just as a basic item, but There's not actually a description for the grav belt in my book.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find it either.
Yeah, they actually removed it for whatever reason.
Oh, okay. So is it not supposed to be in the chart then?
Correct.
I feel like there was, I don't remember if it was fan made or not, but there's someone who, or no, was it Maki, whatever his name was? I think he made up a write-up for it that a lot of people end up using.
Gotcha. But anyway, all it's going to do is give you a boost when you go swimming, basically underwater.
Just a boost? Maybe 2 boosts? I mean, it's a propulsion system.
We'll say it'll upgrade athletics to swim. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, so with that, unless anybody has anything else they want to do, it looks like we're getting in the submarine.
Yeah. All right, Willodon tours. Here we go.
Okay, boop, boop. Oops, hold on.
I mean, I don't want these guys to be out of an entire sub because obviously we're going to have to leave it. I'm wondering if one of Tariq's medical droids would be able to pilot it back. Or maybe hang out with it in case we need to get away.
Yeah, it's certainly possible to keep the sub in a position where you could retrieve it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's definitely going to happen. Okay, so it's in outer space right now, but it is a Mon Calamari like vessel that is dual purpose. It works in outer space and underwater. So it is, yeah, they make vessels designed like that. So it is a small sub. It doesn't have the weapons shown here though. Optional features in the brochure and everything. Somebody has a lot of background noise going on.
I hope it might be me. Let me turn that off. See.
Okay. All right. So I will need somebody to make an average. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, before we do that though, because I do have a lot of strain. Has there been enough time for me to start?
Yes. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Without the combat, I usually forget to let people know they can roll. You guys can all roll cooler discipline to recover strain, but I think Rogesh is the only one that has any.
All right, so here we go.
Sorry, just asking because I actually found a way to create a random item in the Hog Dudes. About what encumbrance do you think your little water propulsion system would be? So I know about what size the item is.
I would say it's given its ability, it would be encumbrance 1. Although it would when worn, it would lower that encumbrance would be part of your armor encumbrance, so you get -3 to that. So.
Oh, so I rolled 3, but I also have second wind 2 ranks, so that's wiping all my strain.
Okay. All right. So I need someone to make an average piloting check, planetary, with 1 setback to get over to the Whalodon hunting grounds or feeding grounds, which turn into hunting grounds.
I've got 5 and 2 ability.
Sounds good.
Okay. What was that check again?
Average with a setback. It's getting dark.
I'll stand over in backseat drive for an unskilled skilled assistance. Ugh.
Okay. It takes you a little bit longer than you'd like, but you are able to find it. You're just not really in the prime position. So when you guys disembark, everybody is going to get a setback on their check to swim over to the Whalodons.
Well, I mean, why couldn't we just stay in the submarine? Because it's ours. So we could just keep getting closer, right?
I mean, if you get too close, you might spook them, I guess, is what...
Okay.
Yeah, like, you guys will have to get out eventually and swim with them.
Got it. Okay.
In order for this to work, so... Okay, and everybody's getting out, right? Because medical droids are staying back, and we're going to come retrieve the sub later.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're sentient, but they can't communicate. So, I mean, they can if you speak whale.
Can I use survival, since these are still animals as well, to approach them in a way that doesn't spook them?
Well, initially, so once everybody gets out, it will be an athletics check first to cover the main distance between where the sub's at and where the Whalodons are. Give me 1 second here.
You said, what's the difficulty of that?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm going to switch pages and then.
So you're saying we get a setback though on that check, or is that a different check?
Yeah, inoptimal positioning due to the piloting check.
Okay.
So
Pretty picture.
I know not everybody's very athletic, but that's okay. You won't drown. I promise.
The whisper cup request was all over my neck. I thought
I
he
know I
was
won't drown.
going to stab me with a needle.
That's one of the things. Dr. Tariq is very athletic.
Okay, so it's actually going to be a hard athletics check to swim. You are pretty deep underwater. The pressure's high.
And we get an upgrade with our little
You
device.
do get a free upgrade with your device, yes. But you also get another setback from lighting conditions because it is very dark.
I have electrobinoculars built into my photoreceptors.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, anything that would normally remove setback for lighting conditions can apply.
So, wow, it's a difficulty of a 3 with a setback die then.
It'll be 2 setback, 1 for light, so you can remove that one, and then 1
Okay.
for positioning.
Oh boy, here we go. Wasn't as bad as I thought.
Okay, so waiting on Eve and Domdes.
Sorry, I forgot I changed some things, so I had to look it up again.
Oh, no problem.
Because this is athletics, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Never thought I'd be making an athletics
son
check
of
as
a
a
gun.
droid.
Man, everybody failed. Okay, those of you who failed, you will take, it'll be 4 strain for failure. Although if you gained advantage, you can lower the strain by the advantage.
What does the triumph give me?
The triumph will say that no strain. Or no, we'll say it's 1 strain because the triumph is generally equated to 3 advantage on a lot of tables. So.
Okay, but do I get anything else with that?
You will get an upgrade on your next check.
Awesome.
So if you have threat, though, that will be extra strain. So it'll be 4 plus threat or 4 minus advantage. Oh, the Wookiee almost strained out already.
Or was it like decreased to a minimum of 1 strain if you failed?
No, if you had enough advantage, it could wipe it. So
Okay.
Would 2 advantage do anything?
2 advantage would lower the strain number by 2. So.
Oh, good, excellent.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he needs.
Okay, so you guys are able to make it to the Whalodons, but these things are huge, and you can tell they're not aggressive, but they could still, they could crush you if they were to lay on you, although granted you are in water. And you are very deep underwater, so I'm going to need a fear check from everybody, just because of how massive these
Droids
things
still
are.
fear?
I forgot what the rules for droids and fear checks are. I think they still
You know
make
what? I
them.
got species right here. I'll look.
I think it might be GM discretion depending on the situation. Because if a droid can fear for its existence.
Yeah, we're gonna say you're still making it just because this water, even though you're not, that water shouldn't affect your systems deeply. You're still kind of worried that they'll get inside your circuits and everything.
So discipline?
It is discipline, and it's
Or
going
cool.
to be.
Can it be cool?
Or cool. Yeah, discipline and cool are used for fear checks.
Okay.
Well, my discipline's better. I'm
Oh,
pretty
yep,
sure.
it is discipline or cool. I'm sorry, I thought it was only discipline. My bad. So discipline or cool. It will be. I think. Did I say the difficulty yet?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Easy?
It'll be a hard fear check just because the combination of water and these massive creatures.
Can I do a survival check before I do my fear check?
No.
I broke even.
Okay, let me see my notes here.
Just made it.
Okay. Okay. Threat from that will be strain again. Anybody who failed, you're going to get a setback on your next check, and then those of you who succeeded are fine. Advantage can be used to wipe strain if you have any.
What about those who didn't succeed but didn't really fail?
Well, without a success symbol, it counts as failure.
Ah, darn. So I get a setback die.
Yes, and then the final check is going to be a choose your skill, but set difficulty. Now this is to actually swim with the Whalodons. You've made it to them. You've overcome or tried to confront your fear. So now you can make either survival, or it could be coordination, or knowledge xenology. Although survival will be easier difficulty, but once everybody's decided, I will tell you the difficulties.
Okay. Oh, so survival would be the easiest difficulty of them all?
Survival will be easiest, and then you could also use coordination or knowledge xenology.
But no athletics?
Athletics.
You know what? I believe I let athletics happen last time, so I can allow athletics again.
Okay.
So once has everybody chosen?
I will do survival.
Yes.
Athletics.
Xenology.
Yeah, do you want us to type it out?
Yeah, if you could put it in the chat, so I know. Okay, so it'll be average survival, and then the other two or other three skills. I don't think anybody picked coordination though. Will be hard difficulty, and then make sure to include setbacks from your fear check.
And boost from propulsion?
Or
yeah.
If you are using athletics, you will still get the upgrade from the propulsion system. Sure.
Wait, upgrade or boost?
They were supposed to give an upgrade actually. I made it.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay.
Only to athletics though.
Oh, good.
Somebody
Okay.
needs to just put a tow cable on the droid.
Okay, thankfully, so you guys have enough success and advantage with advantage from Eve. So I'm letting you guys share those. So there's Dombies and Rogesh are able to keep the droid going, and then the advantage, excessive advantage, are able to cancel the threat from the other two, Dombies and Rogesh. So yeah, you guys are there, and you're swimming with them. So yeah, congratulations. You're just floating along, but it isn't long before you hear the rumble of the hunting sub. And you can notice pretty quickly that the Whalodons start to get nervous and maybe scatter a little bit, which is a little frightening. But they're just no match for this thing. So hold on, I'm going to move you over.
Ugh.
So, ignore the fire in the mouth there, because it's. I don't know how that works underwater exactly. But yes, so the way this thing works is it is sucking up Whalodons two or three, and then moving on its way. And very quickly, you feel yourself being pulled in via whirlpool, and you have no control over it. There's nothing you could do. I mean, you guys want to go inside, but even if you were trying, there would be no way you could get out of it. So you will find yourself in total darkness. 1 second. Okay, so you find yourself, it's dark, you're disoriented, you just got sucked in. I'm going to set up your tokens and then I'll reveal what's going on here. So, boop. Boop. Boop.
Oh, just to answer R2's question. It's a cooler discipline check when the GM states that we're at a point where we can rest.
Yeah, it'll be after the encounter here, and then you guys will be able to, because this is all still technically one big encounter. No time yet, so. Oops. Okay.
Actually, we shouldn't use lights because I'm sure that whoever's doing this will use lights, so we don't want to tip them off.
Yeah, don't worry. No, I just needed to set everything up in a specific way before, because you guys are getting flushed into this giant room, as you'll see, and you have no like orientation on your positioning or anything. So I needed to get everything set up.
Okay.
So give me 1 second here. So you find yourself in a giant room, and this is the room where the Whalodons are slaughtered. So there are 3 Whalodons kind of near you. This is a gross room, and you have a Quailish standing over some of you. These are actually, and I need to set up their wounds and everything, so give me 1 second. I forgot that I don't have that set up. All right, so we're going to be rolling initiative. So they saw you out there, they noticed you on the sensors, and they are attacking. So give me 1 second. You guys are rolling vigilance, and then I'll be rolling cool or vigilance for them. So go ahead and roll while I get set up. Yeah. Oh, you guys are also all prone right now, so triumphs are helpful.
Okay. I've got to jump up.
Or that too. Okay, and Leslie, are you able to order the initiative for me?
I'm writing it down now.
Okay, thank you.
And also, in case you didn't already do this, use the scratch sheet to order things before you put it over to the actual initiative page.
Okay, I'm gonna flip for all of these guys.
It's a good way to give us light side.
Yeah, I actually got that tip from Brandon. Okay. First initiative.
I think they're going first.
Man, I swear, Eric, like there's so much here that I was planning for my mission.
Oh, man.
No, it's totally fine. Like I said, it's like getting to play my mission without actually planning it out. So, and I still get to have
Alright,
surprises
so
too.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so now I need to real quick set up all of these guys' wounds and strain because I didn't set up my tokens ahead of time. I
I like
apologize.
this. I think I know who's in charge.
Oh, as far as the people?
Yeah.
Let's see. He's not standing over you for any reason.
Is it because I'm pretty?
Keep telling yourself that, Eve.
Right. And then I'll just let you guys know because you'll be able to see as you get up and everything. So that's 1 dude and then 3 groups of 4.
Is this how we're pretty much arranged, or is that
Yes.
just placeholding right now?
No. So you guys are all kind of spread out. I would say this is a very large room, and obviously the Whalodons are pretty large. They're generally about 30 feet in length. So I would say from where Eve is at, the Wookiee Dr. Chirik, is that correct? He would be at short range of Eve. Tommy Rogesh would be at medium range. And then Chef Domdi's Hawk and the R2 unit would be at long.
Okay.
And then if it's just general placement, so it isn't like this specific point on the map or whatever, but yeah. And then if you guys were to like get all the way like one edge of the room to the other, it could get up to extreme range. This is a very large room on this submarine, so okay. Okay, do we have the initiative ordered?
Still working it out. Give me.
No
give me a
problem. Take your
quick
time.
sec.
I got everything set here. Oh, you think? Actually, no. Never mind. You know what? I'm gonna do something because I just realized something. It would have ended up like this. So he wouldn't have gone. He wouldn't have known how strong Eve was or anything. So the big guy couldn't have been going for her. He would have gone for the.
I see how it is.
He'd go for the big bounty hunter looking dude.
Not the Wookiee.
Not the Wookiee.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, the Wookiee in the suit, yeah, the formal wear kind of throws him off. Okay, so it's NPC first, Hawk. Do you have it set up in the dossier? I'll just take a look there. Okay, yeah, so it looks like NPC, or no, maybe it's not set up yet.
Well, once it's done in the scratch, we'll copy it over to the medical initiative, right?
Yeah, I would think so, but...
Oh, there it is.
All right.
Okay, sure. Okay, so with that free maneuver, actually, that was the third one, so all the way on the left. He's just going to take a guarded stance, so the setback against melee. Okay, so from there, so I believe NPC going first, so it'll be this guy in the black here, all the way on the right-hand side. He's going to do two things. First, he's going to make a leadership check to start. Let's see. Although his leadership isn't that great. Leadership is based off of presence, I believe. Yes, okay. Nope, he failed. Okay,
Nice.
so that didn't happen. Now as a second maneuver, he's going to call he's going to call Hunter's Quarry on Hawk. So he makes a hard survival check, and if he succeeds, everything against Hawk is upgraded until this guy's next turn. You're upgrading against that, Hawk?
Skippy.
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's see. Survival, okay. 2, 3. Okay, he succeeds. So all combat checks against Hawk will be upgraded once until this guy's next turn, next round. So that includes the minions. And then he's going to go ahead. He's actually holding a beam drill. Because he is the one that cuts into the Whalodons.
Ugh.
So he is using that beam drill against Hawk. So he will roll that. Actually, that he can't aim because he already used 2 maneuvers. Does Hawk have any defense?
Let's see here. Hawk has 3 dodges
Okay.
and 2. Let's see here. Two melee setbacks.
Okay. Oh, and it's also an inaccurate weapon, so I do need to keep that into account.
Okay. And he'll also flip for that too.
Okay, so it's ended up being against 3 reds. He actually might miss you here. 3 reds and 4 black on this check. Here we go. Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
All right. Well, he hits you. and he's going to do that. So, what is Hawk's brawn?
I believe it's 7.
7 brawn?
Whoa.
I mean, oh, you said brawn. His brawn is 3.
3. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, 7's possible, but I just didn't realize he was that strong. Okay,
I
so
assume that's a soak.
soak is probably 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
soak is
so
7.
well, this weapon is breach 1, and he will. Let's see. He just used bring it down. So it'll add 3 to the damage. It'll be 15 damage, breach 1.
Oh, geez. Can we say that those two despairs together, actually the beam shorts out like it's broken?
You mean after the damage is applied
Yeah,
and everything? Okay.
Because one despair is damaged, but I'm thinking 2 altogether, we just like take that thing out.
Hold on 1 second. Let me check something here. Because I think you can even use the threat to damage it. No, it's just despair. But I will say combining all the threats and despair, we could damage his beam drill.
Or take it out?
Yeah, I mean, take it out to the point where it's not working anymore.
Nice.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so it's gone. So he gets that 1 hit in on Hawk, but something happens and it just starts to malfunction, and it's not going to be working anymore. Yeah, so now it looks like it is a few players' turns. Or no, another NPC made it to the top.
Yep.
Or no, he typed NPC and then he copied the order in after that. So it's 3 players get to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they were separate. Like, it just looks like they're together. So,
How quickly do we want to end this fight?
those are 3 minion groups. Additionally, like, just to get the ambiance here, so like this room was filled with water and it flushed out. So as it flushed out, you guys are all just coming to, and these Aqualish are they're right on top of you.
Can I go ahead and go? I'm thinking, can I get just a situational boost to my Neuronic Whip? Because it is electrical to give a boost, because I'm going to lash out at the closest Aqualish.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
So there's a group of 4 standing over you. They sort of ignored the little astromech and Domdes. They didn't look too threatening.
I'm going to use jump up, so I am standing. I'm using frenzied attack. And let's see, and we'll take strain for that. And what are their defenses?
They don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, no defense on the thugs.
So that is 8 strain, resisted by soak, and then I think actually 5 strain unresisted. Let me double check. I've got this thing boosted up. No, just so 8 resisted by soak, 3 unresisted.
Okay, so it's basically so it'll be okay. The way I'm doing the minion stack is I just have 1 giant health bar for them, but I will tell you when each of them are down.
Oh, so none went down? Uh-oh.
None went down with that attack, no.
All right. I'm done.
Okay, who's next? 2 more players.
Eve, you want to go?
Sure. And as long as no one else wants to first. Okay, then. I think I'm good to take it.
Just don't fail.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. So that was last one standing.
So explain what you did.
Okay. Well, with the call of the big boss dude to all focus on Hack, and the brief distraction of Regesh's whip, Eve just kind of jumped up and started nailing on everyone. So, just starting from the groups closest and then moving down.
Okay.
And this guy's a nemesis, right?
Yes.
Okay. So she's just basically going to stop where the last group was, point at him, and be all, yeah, attack that guy.
Riz, you should have told me you were going to do that. I would have not attacked. Like, I completely forgot you could do that.
Yeah, we were talking about it in chat, so.
Because, yeah, that's one of those things where it's not even just player knowledge. It would be characters strategizing with each other.
Well, there wasn't room to strategize, and I did say that I wanted to go, but then you said you wanted to go, and then you started
Well, yeah,
going for it,
next
so I
time
just let you go for it, and it's...
Yeah. I'm just saying, just for the future, if you're going to do something big like that, feel free to just say, I'm going to do last one standing.
Rogesh jumping the gun, wasting time with his whip.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that'll take out the NPC turns because the other guy already went. So it will be the rest of you get to go, and then he will go at the top of the order again. So who's up? He lost his beam drill.
So I can just scratch out all the NPCs, correct? The three.
Other than the top one, yeah. The other three, they're out.
Okay.
Because she just took out all those minions.
All right. Hawk will go last, so anybody else can jump in.
I mean, and of course in narrative, she can be doing that while everyone's continuing to take their turns.
Yeah.
Like, she's just... That's her round, and all the other minions are occupied with her in the meantime.
There's this like big dust cloud, and they're trying to run out, and you just see this hand pulling them right back in.
Water splashing everywhere.
Tasmanian devil style.
Yeah.
So, can I go next then?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So there's only one. There's only the boss guy left. I
Yeah.
suppose?
Yeah. He's the only one left.
Okay, so my character was prone at the beginning of the round. I suppose.
Yeah. He is prone, so you will have to take a maneuver to stand up unless
So
you have
he's
it.
standing, and then he takes a maneuver to take his weapon out, I suppose,
Okay.
or I can roll. I can roll, I guess.
It's up to you. Although it will take you a maneuver to get over to him if your weapon is close combat.
It is close combat.
Yeah. So you could stand up and take it out, but then he wouldn't get to do anything. So if you just want to try punching him, you could stand up and walk over there.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Okay, so I stand up and rush towards him to punch him out.
All right. Go for it. So
let's-
he is actually adversary 2, so it'll be melee is 2 purple, so it'll be upgraded to 2 reds, and then he has 1 melee defense, so
one black.
so it'll add 1 black also. Yes.
Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you missed because there's no leftover success.
Okay.
Um.
So can I use the triumph to take out my weapons for next turn or something? I don't know. Step back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're still capped at 2 maneuvers per turn.
Oh yes, that's right. Yes.
So.
Maybe you pass an upgrade to the next person. Like maybe you miss him, but you do shove into him a bit and knock him off balance. So
Okay.
he's
Yeah. The next person.
I'll use. Yeah, I'll use that for that to give the next person a boost.
Okay. Well, you could use the advantage to give a boost, and then we'll say the triumph was an upgrade against him. So the next person to attack him will get upgraded.
Okay, that sounds good.
And actually,
I'm done.
okay, yep. You can use one of those advantages to cover some strain also.
Oh, okay, that would be useful.
Because 1 will pass a boost, so whoever goes next will get a boost, and the next to attack him will upgrade. Who's
Yeah,
next?
that sounds good.
I don't know. Everybody else is probably gone, but I'm probably just gonna, stand up as R2 and let someone else go because I could probably try to shoot someone, but not at extreme range.
Well,
at
you
long
would
range.
be at long, but yeah, so it would be 2 maneuvers to get to medium. But you would need a maneuver to stand up, so you can get halfway to medium this round.
Doesn't
You
it
are-
take strain to use the second maneuver?
It would, so you would take... Oh, if you're not doing an action, it won't take any strain.
Okay, well then I'll stand up and move a little bit closer, I guess.
Okay, yep. Okay, who's next? I think all that's left is Domdes and Hawk.
Yeah, I mean, Domdes is probably going to get up and then...
Start cooking Whalodon. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. He's probably going to go to this nearest group and I don't know if he's looking for anything in particular, just see if they have anything of interest on them. Because
Loot the corpses.
he's not going to help with that one dude who's surrounded by 4 people.
No, so all they have are brass knuckles and vibro knives. That's it. They use the knives to cut up the Whalodons, and then they just also carry brass knuckles in case. They like to fight each other too for fun. So.
Sock full of pennies.
Yeah.
All right, then he'll just be grumbling to himself, but he's mostly ignoring the big guy right now.
Yes, the R2 unit can play soothing music for the whales.
Okay, I think that leaves Hawk. So what's Hawk gonna do, Leslie?
Okay, what range am I at?
You're engaged with him because he beam drilled you, which is a melee weapon.
Yes. Okay. So,
And you were prone, actually. Oh, so I should have added a setback. Hold on. You might get to take a damage back.
it's okay.
Okay.
It's way late.
Well, no, you would have actually gotten a boost.
You're right. That would have given a boost. So your benefit. I forgot shooting is the setback.
All right. So he's going to stand up,
Okay.
and we're going to quick draw both guns,
Okay.
and we're going to see if we can put some damage to him.
From engaged, or are you gonna step away?
We'll stay engaged.
Okay. And they're ranged light.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be 2 purple base difficulty. I think another one for dual wielding.
Yeah, he's going to take strain, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
Okay.
What would be his Does he have any adversaries?
Yeah, he has 2 adversary and 1 defense.
All right, so that'd be 2 red and 1
Yeah.
setback.
So you're stepping away then to short range?
No, he's still engaged.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I'm guessing Hawk has dynamic fire then.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Wow, R2.
Wow.
My bad, sorry. I was yawning. I forgot the mic was still on.
He's also going to take strain to fire too.
Oh, no.
That is,
did you
that's
hold on?
so
Did you
terrible.
did you take the upgrade from the Wookiee?
Yeah, with the upgrade and the boost.
Oh. No. I'll just... Okay. It's an upgrade. You know
So I
what?
think just roll an extra yellow die, and for your benefit, drop that blank green one.
No, what I'll have you do is just roll a yellow and a green, and we'll drop both greens.
Okay.
I'll just do a reroll and roll it the original way. So what's the original way is there's an upgrade?
You get an upgrade and a boost from what the Wookiee did. I don't know if you counted his boost, but...
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, and the Wookiee gave an upgrade and a boost.
Alright, here's the reroll.
Okay, and that was using the reroll talent?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so how much damage?
Okay, so first pistol will hit for...
Oh, and I didn't give him his strain for taking 2 maneuvers, but anyway. Okay, go ahead.
15 with 2 pierce.
Okay.
The other one would do 17 with 1 pierce.
Okay, so 15 and 17?
Yep.
Okay, alright, give me 1 second to figure this out.
Figure out my strain here. Where's my character?
Okay. He did not go down, but he almost, so.
Alright, so then for 2 of those, we will crit him.
Okay, do you want to roll it?
Yeah, I'll roll it and get rid of all these stuff here. And my crit is plus 50.
Oh, geez, okay.
Oof.
81 plus 50, so 131.
I'm the GM assistant, huh? Oh, okay.
I mean, I have it here.
He's bleeding out.
Yeah, bleeding out. Every round he suffers 1 wound and 1 strain at the beginning of his turn. For every 5 wounds he suffers beyond his threshold, another critical injury, but that won't matter.
Alright, I have 4 more advantages. So we're going to crit again with 3. So it'll be 60.
From the other hit?
Yeah, from the other gun.
Okay.
So it'd be 82.
Winded. Until the end of the encounter, he cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate abilities or gain additional maneuvers.
Okay.
Okay, but he's going to take 1 wound and 1 strain, so he won't last very much longer.
Maybe we shouldn't kill him. We should ask him where Dunwell is and how to get to Dunwell.
Okay, because I was about to flip a destiny and put 5 more on him, but okay.
Right? I mean, we want to question him.
So is this a time for coercion after what he saw?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right, my other advantage, I will remove strain then.
Okay, well, he will get a turn first in the order, so let me see here.
Can we flip a destiny point and make him do a fear check to end combat?
Sure.
And, I mean, the fact that all of his men are down and he's surrounded by 6 people, I mean, that should be at least daunting, if not more.
With
It's
2
only 5 people.
Well, he's got 2 crits and he's about to die, so.
He's on his knees.
Yeah, so I'm thinking formidable, right? Yeah.
No. Let's see. Is Hawk a wild creature? He has a talent that adds boost to fear checks against wild creatures. No, I'm just kidding. Okay,
He is
so
pretty savage.
no, I'll make it daunting. I don't think he actually doesn't have that great a discipline or cool. I don't think.
What does he have? Confidence?
Oh no, he has cool. He's good. Well, not good, but it's a little better.
Awesome.
He super fails, but he only has a few minutes before he's going to go down because of the bleeding out. So.
Oh ho ho! But no, I don't want to use it on him.
But yeah, no, I mean he's a couple wounds from his threshold, and every round he'd be taking another wound. So.
Yeah,
Can
let's get
I-
this information out of him quick.
Can I arm block him or wrestle him or something in a way that he's stuck?
Well, he's not going anywhere. He just failed that fear check, so he's pretty much sitting in a puddle right now.
Okay.
I mean, there's water all over the floor. So yeah, that was the purpose of the fear check. So yeah.
So I can pretty much hold him with his arms behind his back, and then Rogesh can.
Oh, I mean, he gave up. If you're worried that he's going to do anything,
Alright.
sure, yeah, you can go ahead and say you're holding him. But
Actually, evil worker magic this time. This is going to be a coercion check.
Okay, that sounds good. So, I guess she'll just step around in front of him, set a hand on his shoulder, and then look back to Ragesh and ask, what exactly was it you wanted to know?
We need to know where Dunwell is and how to get to him.
So she nods, is right, turns back to him, asks where Dunwell is.
Oh wait, before you make that check though, I'm gonna pull out a syringe and say to Eve, "Trust me, this will make you feel good." So I'm gonna do a stem application on Eve if she consents.
okay.
Druggy.
Yeah, no, she's fine with drugs.
Okay, let me just double check here. So
And she'll just she'll give the guy's shoulder a little squeeze in the meantime.
and that is
Bracing for the pain of the syringe.
it's just an average check, right, Ben?
Stim application, I think, is,
Original one, yeah. Base is, yeah. Average.
Okay, I'll just do that one.
but it also gives 4 strain to Eve.
Yeah, she can take that. I'm actually going to take 2 strain though, and use Master Doctor. So I'm going to reduce that to easy. All right. And I'll say that I'm getting an unskilled assistance from her then, because she's like, oh no, not
Well,
there.
she's holding still and everything.
Right.
So.
It didn't quite work.
It's okay, she feels stronger. There's the placebo there.
Yeah, so instead of actually boosting her characteristic, the Triumph gives her a boost and no strain.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, so I don't actually take strain from that?
No, we'll say you don't. I mean, I think you only take the strain if you succeed anyway.
Right. I'll say that Rogesh kind of fumbled and got you with a saline syringe. But you're like, yeah!
Yeah, not that she needed the help, but yeah, totally. question's been asked, and she's not going to do anything until he responds, however that may be. So what would the difficulty straight up be for coercion?
Coercion.
And because right now, yeah, she's just looming over him. Basically, he knows he could go down if she were to do anything.
So that's against discipline. It's just going to be three purple on that. Actually, let me double check his talents. Yeah, 3 purple.
Okay, no upgrades?
No.
Okay.
I'll flip. Why not?
Well, let me just make sure real quick. Check talents. Okay, yeah, I can only or downgrade now. So we'll take a strain to downgrade that then. Just because why not keep it? And for the heck of it, let's flip, because we really want this to succeed. Hey, baby. Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah. With that, I mean, like I said, this guy's pretty close to keeling over. Let's see. He's like, you can find our travel logs in the bridge or whatever of the submarine, in the captain's quarters, or wherever the controls are. It would be called the bridge, right?
So do we need any codes for that?
No. Everything's open. You should be fine. There's even technicians in there that'll probably pee their pants when they see you.
That's reasonable. Alright, so she'll look back to Ragesh since he was the one who was asking questions in the first place. Just to tacitly ask if that was all.
Can any of you, the rest of you, think of anything? So codes and Dunwell. Oh, does Dunwell have his own personal submarine, like escape submarine? If so, where is it?
It would be at the processing center where he's at.
Okay.
Do we want to see if there's a way to, like, reopen whatever hatch and let these whales out?
Oh, I'm probably going to do that as soon as I can get anywhere near a terminal.
Without us drowning?
I mean, we'd probably have to get out of the hole we're in.
Yeah, you guys could reasonably assume that to get the whales out of here, the room would need to fill back up with water. And it could potentially be possible, but you wouldn't want to be standing there, obviously.
Alright, well, is that everything we need from him?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. In that case, is she just good to slam his head on her knee, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Then
with
this is what happens.
and with that, he falls over, about dead.
Alright, well, let's get out of here. Because if nothing else, I could probably get some schematics of this ship and then find us a map that would take us right to where we want to go.
Okay, so are you guys heading to? I guess I should ask what are you guys doing next?
I want to sabotage his escape submersible before we get to him, just in case. I don't want this guy to get away.
Captain Dunwell, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys would have to head back to the processing center first. So you
And
would
that's
need
where
to-
he is anyway, right?
Well, yeah. I meant, what are you doing immediately, like in this submarine right now?
Oh, I mean, heading to the processing center, I'm assuming.
Okay. Well, I guess you guys haven't taken full control of it yet, so you're still.
Well, do we want to split up? Like, people go to the processing, people go to wherever the technicians were, unless they were at the same place.
No. Well, no. I mean, okay. So.
Sorry, am I missing things?
No, the technicians he was referring to are in like the control room of this submarine where you would drive it from.
And so that's, I'm guessing, opposite end from the
Yeah,
processing?
you would just need to. No, this submarine will take you to the processing center. Like, Dunwell's not on this submarine. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
I was
I thought
thinking it was
because it was so
on a
big.
ship.
Yeah, no, this is just a hunting sub that then takes the Whalodons to
Got it.
an
I thought it
underwater.
was like one of those like gigantic Japanese like processing ships that
No.
actually process like, and it's like a moving city.
No, I got you. Yeah, so you guys will need to take this submarine to the processing center.
So,
Got it. Okay.
to the control room then, right?
Yeah. Let's storm it.
Hold on, Hawk is just like, y'all don't see how damaged I am?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes, yeah. Could you guys help me with the roll on that?
Yeah, so it would be average difficulty because he's not over his threshold, but he's more than half.
Okay, so I've got 3 yellows and 2 boosts because of those med droids.
I think, didn't we say we were leaving the med droids on the submarine?
Yeah.
All right.
But you can do skilled assistance with R2 and take his intellect. So you'd be 3 yellows, 1 green.
There you go. Two.
Yep, I told you I'm your temporary assistant.
Excellent, excellent. All right. I think. Oh, that doesn't look too good.
So that'll heal 2 wounds unless you have any talents that increase that, like Surgeon.
No, those droids actually also act like have a surgeon talent, but.
Gotcha.
I'm going to hit...
Anybody have stim packs?
I do.
Yeah, I've got stim pack. I've got stim packs as well. So.
Oh, before you use them though, do you have the stim pack specialization so that you can add to it?
No, that was the doctor character. This guy's the engineer.
Okay. So let me hit him with the stim packs then, and you will get back. Let me make sure I've got the. You're gonna get back 13 from 2 stim packs.
Yes.
oh wow. So 13, that would put it down to 2.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm
he
hitting you
healed
for
2,
7
right?
and 6.
And then he healed you too with the medicine check.
Alright. Yeah, alright, yeah, he's kind of looking at Ragesh like, hey, you ain't so bad after all.
Yeah, see, not just poisons now.
Okay, so you guys can go ahead and roll Cool or Discipline now to recover strain, now that you've dealt with these hunters.
And would Eve be able to take the boss dude body with them?
If you want to drag it out of this room, sure.
We want to weekend at Bernie's it in case there's any sort of video comms, because he only hires Aqualish.
Okay.
Oh, and also, can I do a skullduggery check to see if I can mimic this guy's voice? Because I've heard him speak.
Sure. Although, physically, yeah, that's gonna be pretty hard though. It'll be.
Well, I mean, all the Quailish that we've seen in canon speak without much of an accent.
Okay, sure. So that'll be hard difficulty.
All right.
With a setback because you didn't spend too much super time with him.
All right. I will remove the setback. Thank you. And hard difficulty. Okay.
Could I just replay his voice if I wanted to?
Oh yeah, do that for an unskilled boost.
Sure.
I've got that holo translator thing as well that records and you can speak. In 6
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I got installed in my head.
And what was the difficulty again? Sorry.
Hard.
All right. I really want to get this guy, so I'm going to flip for that. I know it may be overkill, but
Okay, yeah, you can pretty well mimic his voice.
okay. I start
If
giving
you-
orders like in his voice.
Okay, so are you guys heading for the control room now?
Yeah.
Anything you're doing before you're leaving other than dragging the bodies out?
As long as we're all safe, I would like to let the whales out.
Okay, so that will take an average computer's check at the terminal.
Okay.
That is right outside the door. There's like a little side cut.
That's 2, you said?
Yeah, two purple.
Okay, let me double check my computer, but I think I know what it is. Yeah, I thought so. Nailed it.
Okay, yep. So they are totally making some noises as the room fills back up with water, and they make their way out. Yep. Yep, you guys saved the whales.
Yay!
Save the whales. Okay, so onto the control room then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to kind of run ahead, and I'm going to bang on the door, and I'm going to use this guy's voice for a deception check and say, "Help, help! I got away from them! Open the door, fast!" In his voice.
Okay, so they open it a little confused.
It probably wasn't locked.
Oh, okay. And then I kick it open as soon as they, like, turn the knob.
Oh, they freak out and put their hands on their head and sit on the ground. They are non-combatants. They don't want anything to do with you.
Why are all of these floors so wet?
They're not sitting in
Sweaty
a puddle.
Aqualish.
Okay, but yeah, no, you guys have full control of the sub. So once that guy went down, nobody really had any desire to fight back.
Okay. I want to start questioning these guys. Like, tell me about Dunwell.
What do you want to know?
How do we make sure that, do we need authorization codes from you?
Yeah, just on the approach. It'll be fine. We can tell you exactly how to do it.
And I'm going to say, if there's any secret alarm of any sort, you will be the first to die.
People
Yeah,
just kind
no,
of raise their
definitely.
hand at that, an indication.
Understood.
Okay.
So yeah, they explain exactly how this sub would normally approach the processing center and like how it would park and everything. And because it is so massive, and the processing center is big, but it can only be so big. This is actually something that you would pull alongside it, and a docking tube would match up with your submarine
Oh,
and
really?
attach to the processing center. Yeah.
Hey guys, I want to put forth an idea, and I'm just brainstorming out loud here. But I'm wondering, with this sub, because we know that Dunwell has his own submersible. I'm wondering if, as we approach, I can say that we've been having trouble with steering on ours, and purposely ram into his submersible before we officially dock.
We could try it, but that might be a hard angle to sell and end up making it harder for us to get on there if we're going to try and go in quiet.
Well, but I also think that it could work the other way, because who would purposely bump into the ship if we were trying to go in quietly?
We would?
We know the location of that submersible, right? His getaway.
Because it would be attached to the outside, right, Eric?
Well, that depends on if it's the only one and if we can recognize his through the water.
Yeah, you don't know if it's outside actually.
I asked
Or
one
how
of the
big
technicians.
They're not sure, but they think he keeps his sub in a hangar, like internally.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that idea.
What if we raise a whale army to attack this facility?
Domdes is Aquaman.
I don't know, man. The whales, you guys had set them free already.
You know, what better thing to do now than enslave them?
Well, I'm gonna go on a stretch it a long one, but what about if I use the holo translator thing to talk to the whales and get them organized into an army, as Domdes mentioned, and follow that idea?
That's an idea.
Just to cause confusion and mayhem, and we can sneak in, or we can just go in.
And they would trust us. They watched us fight and free them.
It also
all
depends
your
on what
brethren.
their actual level of sentience is, though.
I can introduce that as a fact.
There we go. Yeah, it's cinematic. Let's try it. If we may, Eric.
Sure. Let's see. So what exactly are you guys trying to do? Like, I mean, using what tools and everything? Like, I get the idea, but I mean, like, how are you guys attempting to do it?
I guess first we ask Domdes exactly what are we going to use the army for? We're going to raise up a whale army, right? For what purpose?
To attack the processing facility that's killing them?
Okay, so we'll use the tools. I'll introduce a fact that they are sentient and they speak, and we can use the droid's ability to speak 6 billion languages, or my holo translator, to find a way to communicate with these whales.
Okay, yeah, sure. So,
And
I mean, are you asking them to just go attack right now, or?
No, to follow us at a distance, but once we get in, like, not to show up with us, but to follow after us.
or just to make sure when anybody's leaving, they crash into that ship or whatever. I don't know. Zombies, any ideas?
Hey, Dart, your mic is on or off if you're talking.
Sorry, I cut out there for a second audio-wise. What were you guys saying? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We do.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't-
Hisham, you were explaining, so.
Yeah, I was saying if we can use the whale army to, when we dock, immediately after that they launch their attack, which will cause a confusion, and we can actually take benefit of that. Or what are the mechanics of the whale army helping us?
I know. What if we tell them to all start singing synchronize? I mean, that would be super loud with their whale song.
Bagpipe style.
Yeah. And just slamming their fins against the processing plant, singing in unison, and just causing all kinds of chaos.
My only problem with that is we came here to find Torty, so if we totally crash this processing plant, we might kill him in the process.
We've almost killed him in the process several times during missions.
Yeah.
don't think
That's
he
a
would
running
mind.
theme.
He thrives
so
on that.
That just makes the
Far from
idea
the course.
even better. Don't worry, Torty. We'll save you after you're knocked unconscious.
Poor Torty.
So yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it, Eric, can't we?
Yeah, so this is going to be a really difficult check.
Yeah.
So it's going to be formidable because you're not even sure if
Probably
Whalodon...
should be nigh on impossible.
Yeah, but that's okay. I won't make you flip the destiny point. So it's going to be formidable. You will get a boost for using the Hollow Translator, but you're not even sure if what you found in there is actually Whalodon. So it sounds like it though. And yeah, so go ahead and whoever's rolling it'll be Xenology check to I assume that makes the most
The
sense to me.
R2 has the highest xenology, I suppose.
Or well, I
Yeah,
guess if
I
this
have,
is
I, have, I
translating,
have 4 intellect.
I guess if this is translating for you, I could also see it being a leadership check. But I don't know if
Okay,
anyone
that's
has high leadership. Or I would even accept charm.
Ooh, yeah, I've got charm. If it can translate
There you
for
go.
me.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
it'll
can.
translate for you. But again, it'll be formidable.
Okay. All right. Ooh, gosh.
Upgraded.
Upgraded once?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take some strain to downgrade it. And I'm going to upgrade my check. And let me take that strain. And then I'm getting... And you said boosts, how many?
Just one for the translator.
Okay. And any setbacks
Actually,
or...
well,
or no, it's just the
actually, yeah.
formidable?
No, it will be a setback because you're speaking through the speakers on this thing
Right.
that hunts them.
And then I'm guessing I'm getting unskilled assistance as well from R2 and stuff, right? Beep, beep, boop.
Yeah, you guys all came with this together, so I'll give you at least one.
Unless-
You'll get a boost
oh, yeah, I get it,
from
yeah.
somebody for unskilled assistance.
Okay. And then, I know. And this is a clever solution. So I am using my cunning for this charm check. So,
Okay. Sure.
Let me switch that out, and that's going to be...
So it
That'll
makes a
add
check
that.
with your cunning instead of presence.
Yeah.
Same.
And, oh gosh, I'm nervous now. Didn't work. Oh well.
No. Unfortunately, you were unable
tried.
to convince the Whalodons to follow your plan.
We
You're not even
cannot
sure.
raise the whale army.
You're not even sure
Yes,
if they fully understood you. Although
We
you did,
gained valuable research.
with that advantage, you did get a response, but you have no idea what it said.
Aw.
They made noises back, but you have no idea if it was actually in response to what you said or not.
Maybe for a future
Might have been
mission
telling you
we'll
to
discover.
defend yourself.
It translated as fish, more fish.
Right. Okay. That's cool.
Okay. So
All right. Well, now that that's done,
Do the facility
Did
then? Oh,
Did I find any schematics of the processing plant on this ship, or do I have to wait till we get to the actual plant?
No, all you really have are the procedures that get you on, like as they normally would, like
Okay.
how to embark or how to attach yourself and park and everything. So
Okay. Useless damn ship.
Oh, and as we're heading there, do we have enough time for another cool check?
no, I don't think enough time would have passed at this point.
Would it be enough for an encounter so I can use my second wind?
No.
Okay.
Actually, no. I will say R2 with a hard computers check, you can actually maybe locate some information on the processing center that I just thought of.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Okay, so
Right on.
So what you find is actually the instructions for where they're supposed to bring the meat after they're done slaughtering the whalodons, including directions on where it is taken to be then broken down into smaller steaks. So you get a limited map of the processing center. That's
I'm
just got,
guessing
like,
no detention centers or where they might have the bosses.
No, yeah, nothing like that. It's
basically
basically just bare bones with arrows showing you where the meat is taken to, with everything else pretty much left empty.
I'm thinking that once we get in there, I mean, they're going to know pretty soon after we arrive that we're not who we are. I mean, I do want to announce our arrival with this guy's voice to at least try to get us some more time, but it looks like we're just going to have to get in and, start doing damage. Just thinking aloud.
Yeah, sometimes that's the only way. We gotta go, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Okay, heading there
But
now.
we'll have to most likely dock where the other whales are at. So if nothing else, or the other whale processing area is. So if nothing else, we'll have to go there, and maybe those guys won't be as combat heavy as these guys were.
Yeah.
and besides, we could take a few guards.
Yep. Okay, cool. Let's embark then.
Okay, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna move your guys' tokens over. Those whales are actually tokens because there's just weird warehouse
God.
behind them. So they were kind of hiding.
I thought that was a background.
The whales weren't part of it. Just I found this picture and I was like, I need a big room, and then there's just random like windows back there that didn't make any sense. So
That was a good choice.
anyway.
I think it worked well.
All right, so you guys are back. 1 second. Yes, worked. Okay, so you're in the hunting sub, the magnificent, large beast that it is. Eve's lighting herself on fire. You guys make your way back to the processing center and using the instructions from the information you found not only on the ship but with the help of the technicians there, you're able to park and dock appropriately, and there has been no suspicions raised. Nothing hailed you or anything. It's just assumed you know where you're supposed to be.
Awesome.
And
Keisham's asking a good question, I think.
your sub, you know where it's at. You could potentially go back when you leave, unless you want. Are you asking to recover it ahead of time?
I was wondering if we could just pick it up while we're going on to the next location and get my droids back.
So you mean before you head back?
Yeah, if that doesn't waste time.
We could just kind of swallow it up, right?
Yeah.
Sure. So, wait. What was that, Eve?
I was saying we could just kind of swallow it up with the big mouth.
Oh, you mean like drive it in through the mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So I won't make anybody make a check for this. So we'll say you pull up alongside your sub, and then somebody, probably Hawk, since he was the pilot, jumps in and swims it right into the mouth of this thing and parks it in that room where you set the whalodons free.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So you guys make it. So now you head back with that sub in your mouth. Um, and you're able to dock no problem, and the docking tube attaches to the submarine.
All right, so yeah, what's R2's great plan?
Well, all right. Instead of typing all this out in droid speak, what I could do is I could go out in front of everyone. Nobody's going to pay attention to a droid, I'm assuming. And I'll go get into a terminal, and I can set the base on alert on the opposite side of the place, while at the same time simultaneously figuring out if the guy we're looking for is here.
Yeah.
And maybe putting the boss man sub doors, like his hangar doors, on lockdown and changing the codes.
Okay. I mean, we are assuming because we don't know their droid complement, but I still think that's a good plan. So
Yeah, though, to play the devil's advocate, what if they do notice you?
I will tell a lie, and I also have comm links.
Yeah, as
So
long
I
as
can
you're
let you guys
prepared.
know that I'm in trouble.
As long as you're prepared, all right.
I have an answer to everything.
Okay.
Oh, and I guess I can probably set the generators on this place to go critical and blow up.
Maybe once we leave.
Yeah, that'll probably be like an after thing.
That's good. Okay.
No, we can make it more dramatic and
leave
give us
with
10
that.
minutes.
Okay, so is that the plan? R2's heading out first?
yeah.
Okay, so we're going to head over to this page.
So now, is there an encounter time for me to do second one?
Yeah, we will say that the time it took you to make it over to the processing center, you guys can roll to recover strain again.
Awesome.
So cool or discipline. Okay, so after that, as R2 makes his way out, Captain Dunwell's actually standing right there, looking menacing at him, and he tells him, "Retrieve your friends."
Oh, wait, he's talking to me?
Oh yeah, he sees you. He was waiting for you.
Quick, why?
Right outside the dube.
I have no friends.
Okay, oh, right, they are still working on Whale. Be down in a moment.
You don't work for me. Get your friends out here. I need to speak to them.
At least he's friendly.
Oh god, he caught me, huh? I guess I would,
Just awkwardly wheels back.
I'll get the guys on the comm link.
Well, what if some of us go, not all of us, guys with high coordinations could agree, you know what I mean?
As the time is going, he goes, the woman, the Tordarian, the bounty hunter, the Wookiee, and the other one with the whip.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
but-
he
Okay.
and the woman, he's not the man? Whatever, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, let's walk in.
Yeah, and that's basically kind of what I would send back. Or to equal count.
All right.
Okay. All right. So
And I just say, I just want the Duros. He owes me money.
You're sticking with that, aren't you?
Yeah.
I hope R2 didn't say that out loud.
No, I didn't say that.
No, why not? Just say we're here for the Duros. He owes our, employer money.
Oh no, I just meant the "you're sticking to that, aren't you" thing. That kind of ruined a good bluff.
okay.
He only
yeah.
speaks binary.
So he looks you over and he's like, "Look, you've caused me problems. Your friend is not here. I've already handed him over to the Imperials."
What?
Oh, well.
Why did you say
Is he
so?
off planet?
Yes, we did the transfer off planet several days ago.
Is he surrounded by guards or anything?
Yeah, no, there's guards and stuff all over Mora Qualis, similar to the ones you already fought.
I mean, how many we're talking about?
A lot. Like 15 to 20, and not all minions.
All right, I'm just gonna say, well, he owes me money. Sorry for the inconvenience, but this could have been avoided if you were easier to get in touch with.
As you can tell, I have reasons for that.
Yeah, this is a lot. I don't think that we can take all of these guys. It might be better just to, as much as I hate leaving this terrible processing center here, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I do have a really brilliant idea.
Yeah, go
just
for it.
totally off topic.
Do you mean alert the authorities as we leave?
I mean, there's that. We also have a giant sub, and we have a mini sub that we can just escape on, and we just drive the big sub into the big plant.
So set autopilot to ramming speed kind of thing. And
Yeah, just crash it open and
All right,
Speed
so-
ahead,
let it
number one.
flood.
So before any of this happens, actually, alarms start blaring, and an underling type dude, a red shirt basically, runs up to Captain, and he's like, "Captain, I don't know what's happening. The Whalodons, they found us. They're attacking. They're hitting us all over. We need to get out of here." And you guys can feel rumbling like earthquakes and
looks
stuff.
like they changed their minds.
And they're just going for it. So mass chaos everywhere, people running all over. Captain Dunwell slips away, and you guys can probably tell you don't have much time.
Slips away. Well, we know that he has his own submersible.
Somewhere, but you don't know where it's at. And
Can R2 find it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a terminal. I'm gonna try to find it as quickly as possible, and also like change the hangar codes so that he can't open the hangar doors and he's trapped.
okay, but I mean, there's like water coming in through the walls. You guys are already ankle deep, so you really don't have a lot of time.
Okay, this is gonna be crazy, but they can escape without me because I am now a submersible R2 unit,
That's true.
and I can see if I can make it back out on my own.
Okay.
And if not, it was good playing with you guys.
All right.
You think this is a game?
Hey, Leslie.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I spent 4 years in the army. I am used to responding to Leslie.
Leslie, do you remember how difficult this check was for hack yesterday? Because I'm forgetting, it wasn't in my notes. Was it? Did I make it formidable?
What was the check?
The computer terminal at the end.
It was hard.
Oh, it was only hard. I
Like
think
it was difficulty hard or it was challenging for you?
It was hard. It was 3 purples and maybe like 2 setbacks.
And then, but then was that before or after you lowered it?
That was the initial check. The initial check was 3
Okay, and then you
purple
lowered
and
it.
2 setbacks.
Okay, yeah. So that's what it was. I only made it a hard check, but then it was a setbacks for being rushed and all the water flowing and everything. Okay. So yeah, you can. There is a terminal right there. So you can.
I'm gonna actually tell everyone, get out. I'm staying with R2, and so I'm gonna rush over to R2.
Okay. We'll go to the sub.
All right.
Okay.
Well, as much as I hate leaving the R2 unit behind,
Okay, so yeah, it'll be hard computers with 2 setback.
Okay.
Should
Can't
use-
take it. I'm just gonna try. But,
Oh wait, before you roll, you're gonna get an unskilled boost from me, and let me make sure that. What's your skill, by the way?
I have 4 yellow.
For yellow, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, and
I
flip.
have
Might
4
as well
yellow,
flip.
2
We're at the end.
boosts, and yeah.
I'm also
Um,
flipping actually.
Oh yeah. Can I flip one too?
Yeah.
Okay. So does that add a red and 2 purple? I guess.
It'll be a red and 2 purple. Yes.
Okay. And is there any way I can argue off the setback dice as because I don't give a fuck if I drown kind of thing?
No.
Okay, well then I will just leave it as this is and roll this handful of dice. Alright, there we go.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So you are able to find where his ship is located, or his submarine, but I mean you can tell that it's going to be filled with water really quick, and these Whalodons don't seem to be relenting. You're probably not going to make it there.
Well, wait a minute. We have an advantage from when we tried to communicate with the Whalodons. Have R2 transmit the recording. He took a recording of what they said to us. Send that back to them.
Like the fish thing?
Whatever they said to us as an
That was a
advantage, I want to send back to them. Because I don't want this Dunwell guy to get away.
So wait a minute. Are you saying like we won't make it in time to lock it down so he can't escape?
I'm saying that if you guys tried to get to him,
No, no, no. We're not trying to get to him. I'm just going to lock it down and change the codes to open up the gate here so that he can't open it up and he's stuck inside this place.
okay.
Yeah.
Just permanently locking it down. We're not
Okay.
going there.
All right,
We're not going
all
to
right.
make that.
All right, the success will let you do that.
Okay.
You've locked it, but you're unable to determine if he is still in there or not. Like he might have already got there and got away.
Hopefully not. I mean, I'm pretty sure my brain works faster than his legs. But
Would the advantage be able to tell us?
No.
no cameras.
Not
Well,
that you're
actually,
able to-
wait. So, Eric, just to, because I totally understand being a GM. Is this one of those things that just needs to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I did what I tried to do, and I'm now going to book it.
No, but I do have a use for that advantage. So that advantage actually got you, what you're able to download and keep, our information on Imperial buyers that he was selling to, and that type of thing. So, yeah.
All right, cool. I have that in my brain now. I'm going to try and book it as fast as my little wheels will take me.
Okay. Yeah. I'm heading back too.
Okay, so you guys get back into the hunting sub. Are you going to take the hunting sub or just get away in your little sub?
In our little sub, and we'll
Probably
broadcast
the little
so the Whalodons don't attack us. We're broadcasting that message they sent to us.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, good call. So, you guys get away, and you take your little sub and hightail it out of there.
And I'm hoping that processing plant is like destroyed.
You don't know. It looks like the Whalodons are hitting it pretty hard, but
I should have overloaded the reactor.
yeah, but
I
yeah,
didn't want to
it
hurt the
was
whales.
mass evacuation, and the Whalodons are attacking hunting subs also, so it's a good thing that you didn't go in one of those.
Nice.
But yeah, you got away, so I assume you guys return the submarine, pick up the technicians, and take off, unless there's anything anybody else wants to do.
Do we want to alert any of the authorities about anything?
Well, yeah, I want to. I want to give
Okay.
them the location of the processing plant.
Okay, sure. You guys can definitely relay that on your way out. That won't require a check or anything.
And since this is such a huge deal on deck, do we get a reward? We just stopped the big, like, Whalodon hunting ring. We can take the credit for it being destroyed. We don't have to say anything about the Whalodons.
Sure. But no, they weren't actually. There wasn't an open reward for anything like that. So
I mean, and the guards thought that Ragesh was working for that or toward that goal anyway, right? So they might just assume if he were to be paid, it would be at another post. Or...
Well, no, I mean, I wanted to work with them and hopefully get some opportunistic credits. But no worries. But I'm just thinking that because it's such a huge thing for the planet overall, and we just stopped the major, at least for what we know is the major processing plant, there would be some sort of reward, right? Even if it's not credits, like some sort of recognition, or I mean, it's a big deal.
I mean, can't the list of imperial buyers be some important information to be sold, or at least blackmail?
I didn't catch that.
The R2 has the list of imperial buyers, so we know people who are dealing in the black.
Yes, that is something that you know the broker would be very interested in. And you know, according to Dunwell, that Torty was taken by Imperials, so the original mission was to find him, so
Right.
that could also be useful in the future.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That like I had the list of imperial buyers. Want Torty might be with one.
So just process of elimination.
I also want to share, like, I'm sure maybe R2 got an image of Dunwell, that here's a guy, keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
This is the guy behind all of this terrible Whalodon hunting.
Okay, sure.
Damn it, Eve.
Okay, so that is the wrap up. So you guys made it out. We are going to go over XP. So it is a 15 base XP. You get +2 for saving the Whalodons from the sub, letting them free. You get +1 for getting in with the poachers that were taken by the authorities. And I think there was one more. Nope, that's it. So there was potential for more, but no, it didn't get triggered. So any RP moments?
Yeah. Having Dondi's passing out the treats so that we could get R2 into the system.
Okay, yeah, sure, I can give one for that.
What about the biggest fan? I mean, we got our own boat and everything, or
No,
submersible.
yeah, sure, yep.
What about all my clever droid speak throughout the session? Any of that?
Yes, the R2 unit deserves quite a bit, I guess, recognition.
I'll give another one for getting that computer info there at the end on that last roll.
I kind of found Eve's knockout moves pretty cool. Wiped out the whole room.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a hired gun, look into that. Though you're not, I don't think.
It did take off like 20 minutes worth of combat for us, so.
It's a very useful signature ability.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Last Man Standing can give RP bonus every time it's used almost, just because it's usually really clutch. I don't know, what do you guys do? You guys think that's worth it?
No, I'm fine without it. I mean, that's its purpose, you know, so.
Hey, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to complain about XP.
Yeah. No, I think we'll cap it there. I think that puts us at, what, 21?
Yeah, and 21's a good number.
Was anybody keeping track?
I was, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, 21? Okay, well, I missed something. I thought it was 15, 2, 1, and then 1.
No, we got 15 base, 2 for saving Whalodons, 1 for getting in with the poachers in the prison, 1 for Domdi's distraction, 1 for Ragesh winning over the sub, and 1 for R2 nabbing computer info at the end.
Oh, okay, so we all get all that.
Oh,
Yes,
wait a minute.
yeah.
What about also getting that Mon Calamari before he could get away, busting through the window, whipping?
Oh yeah, we had every
Uh,
exit covered.
Nope. Actually, those bounty hunters were turning him into Dunwell, who killed him. It was a bonus to actually get him off planet.
Oh.
Because you didn't really get into it with him, but he was trying to undermine Dunwell because he didn't like what he was doing.
Got it.
So the money he was raising for selling Whalodon on the side was going to get in to basically try and shut him down, sort of.
So,
Okay.
So he was
using Whalodon
stealing,
money.
he was stealing from Dunwell to get back at him, basically.
Oh, he should have said something. Oh well.
Oh, I thought he was like hunting Whalodons and
No,
then
no, no,
taking
he
that
was-
money
he
and
worked-
then using...
No, he worked for Dunwell, but he was stealing from Dunwell to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. It was good while he was alive then.
He's also Torty's friend, and you just let him go.
He's not his friend anymore. Maybe it's a little too
So
soon.
we are at 21 XP.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is for all the group.
Yes, everybody 21. So, Merp. Most important role player.
Or interesting roleplay.
Oh, or that too.
That's a number of different.
Ooh, 3 votes already for R2.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and I was between Ragesh and R2, so I think that R2 just has this one.
Well, yeah, because Rogesh can't vote for himself, so... I mean, he could, but I'd probably take it away from him at that point.
Minus 2 points for Ragesh.
So unless
Alright.
Tommy has somebody else he wanted to nominate and then could split the vote that way.
No, I mean we'll say R2.
Okay, so R2, you get 1 bonus XP for being the most interesting role player.
Awesome, thank you.
So
I
you
try.
get 22 instead of 21.
I like XP.
All right, I hope you guys had fun.
Yep,
and
thanks for writing
I
this.
enjoyed it.
with that, unless there's anything left, I think I can cut the recording.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I'll stop as well.
Okay.